Hi everyone, I'm Jackson. This is my co-host SentryMr, and welcome to the first episode of Rivals Voices. This is the Hulk Creators Edition. I'm joined by FPSFlounder, we've got Xotaic, we've got Grag Albert, and we have a last-minute guest that was able to make it as well. We have HulksZucchini, everyone. I believe this is also his first time using Facecam, and that's going to be on our podcast today. So thank you to Zucchini for doing that. Welcome everyone.
Not a problem.
I'm just
legendary picks. Holy.
legit legendary. So we're just gonna go around the circle here. I'm gonna ask you guys just to introduce yourselves a little bit. I'm gonna start with Xotaic just because he's right above me. Let everyone in the chat know who you are, what you do.
Hello, my name is Xotaic. I'm the bee-hopping Hulk. I'm pretty well known on like TikTok. Rank demon, EOMM thrower.
Mm-hmm.
The whole guy.
All right, that's all we need. We'll get more into that. Next to just to the right of Xotaic over here, we've got Grag Albert. Let's get a little introduction, a round of applause to Grag Albert. Tell us a bit about yourself real quick.
What's up? Wait, I'm muted. By the way, Xotaic, your little picture animating as you talk is freaking awesome, dude.
It's great.
It's so good. Yeah, I'm Greg. I've been playing since season 0. I kind of just like streamed live on TikTok live right when the game came out, and it just kind of exploded out of nowhere. So yeah, I'm kind of a Hulk one trick. Have I think 1,020 hours on Hulk now. Wow. I play all my hours on one account, so it's kind of nice to have it. Because I feel like other creators might play like enough Hulk on multiple accounts to beat me in numbers, but the fact that I have all 1,000 of those on one account, it looks cool in my stats page. So
yeah, that looks way cooler.
That's me.
Than spreading it out. Awesome. Let's go over to Flounder, who's just to the right of Grag over here, guys. Let's get a little round of applause and introduction for Flounder. Tell us a bit about yourself.
Yo, I'm FPSFlounder, probably the only one here that really needs the introduction. For those of you that don't know me, I stream on TikTok and Twitch every day for about a year now. I actually came from console and learned PC playing this in Overwatch. And yeah, it's been an experience, and I picked up Hulk and fell in love with playing Hulk after watching some of the people that inspired me actually in the call. So yeah, that's a pretty cool experience for me, and I'm happy to be here.
Well, that's pretty wholesome. I'm glad this all came together. I really do appreciate everyone coming here.
Same here, man.
And we have one final introduction to make. The man who needs no introduction. His presence on TikTok is very, very unique. Welcome, HulksZucchini. Why don't you tell us a bit about yourself?
Hey, what's up, y'all? My name is HulksZucchini. I was basically like the main reason why that we had so much Hulk brain rot with the Yeskin audios. It was specifically me and the Big Freddie Mercury. I was cooking up so many audios on my phone. And the funny thing is, I was never even using CapCut. I was using mostly what is it called again? Oh yeah, no, iMovie. And you see, the reason why I played Hulk is because in season 1 I used to one trick Mag, and I was like, okay, he's pretty cool, but like I want someone fun. And then season 1, it hit me. I got Hulk, and I'm like, oh dude, this character is sick. So yeah, I've been playing Hulk for like a while now. Now I have almost like 400 hours on him, basically.
That's awesome.
Oh yeah, no, I know. One more detail. I'm a very big GM demon.
GM demon. We need those.
I've been stuck in GM for too long, like GM2. It's
I
sad, but like, yeah.
I like to use the term gatekeeper of Celestial instead of GM demon. You keep everyone else where they're supposed to be.
GM philosopher, bro. GM connoisseur.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. No. I'm in GM hell basically.
I've been called the god of Celestial.
The god of honestly, I can see that, bro. You're insane.
No, that's tough.
That's
I'm looking getting Hulk mogged, bro. Y'all have like 400, 800, 1,000 hours, bro. I have like a calm 200, bro.
It's not that bad.
Oh, it's
you're on your way. You're on your way, bro.
Yeah, I'm up and coming.
Well, thank you for everyone for introducing themselves. That was a nice start. I like that. I'm just gonna preface a few things first. I have a couple questions written for each of you. Me and Flounder, me and Sentry are gonna take turns asking you guys here. One of my goals with wanting to start this is a lot of people that watch TikTok, watch Twitch, watch YouTube and stuff like that. They all dream of wanting to be content creators or wanting to start their own TikTok or just trying to find a way to navigate into that lane on themselves, but they don't quite understand it. Sometimes they feel like they're posting into the void. I mean, I myself am just starting to figure out how this whole TikTok thing works. And they don't quite understand how you guys do it, or the way that maybe you guys see trends, or like what you guys think is a good idea, what you're going to turn into a video. So I just have a couple questions for each of you. We're going to take turns going around just asking you some things about that. I have one written down here for Grag. You already told us you have 1,040 hours on Hulk, apparently. I did write that down. I did a little bit of research.
I think I don't know if it's 40. Let me see. Oh, I'll tell you right now.
Oh,
1,019.7.
Ooh, there we go. So that's dedication that a lot of us don't have, and I guess that's something.
What about Bruce Banner hours though?
Oh,
I don't know. Do they give a breakdown of that in your thing?
No
way.
way.
They do.
Better, bro. Bruce Banner's tough, bro.
I don't think they do, dude. That would be cool though.
That would be insane if they did. Yeah.
They definitely need to do that. But I was just going to ask you, Greg, for an example here, is there anything that sways you one way or another on what you decide to turn into a video from either your Twitch stream or an original idea? Or do you kind of just let the flow take you, you know, where your content tells you to take it? Like, what would be the best way you could put into words for someone that wants to make videos like yours?
I mean, yeah, I don't even know if my videos do that well all the time.
No, they don't have to.
I don't know
They don't have
I don't know
to.
the right. But basically, I just try to post every time I go live as a rule. Even if it's like not my best video, I do it because if you're into content creation and you've ever had like, you know, any videos do well, you might relate to the fact that like a lot of times you can't predict what video is gonna do well. Like you might post a video that you work on like crazy, you're like, this video is gonna go crazy, no views, and then like another throwaway one does get views. So because that has happened to me and it happens to everyone, I decided to just like be consistent with posting, even if I don't know if it's gonna be good or not, because a lot of times even if I think it's good, it's not gonna do well anyway. So I just, you know, try to clip my stream as I'm playing, and then I always try to post before I go live on like all platforms and just get as much of my content out there, you know, get my face to be seen as much as possible. And I don't know, I definitely think I could be alternating the strategy or tweaking it and being a little bit more quality over quantity perhaps, but that's what I've been doing for now. So that's why I was like, I don't know if this is like good advice, but this is what I do type shit.
No, I think it's great advice. I mean, I myself have definitely noticed that. I would spend Boston, who helped put this podcast together, he's also an editor and has been teaching me to edit as well. And I will find I put 6-7 hours into a video, and that's the one that does the worst compared to one I took 15 minutes to make. So putting that into perspective for viewers is interesting, because sometimes people think they need to spend their whole day just putting that together.
Yeah.
And
I find that the algorithm, sorry to cut you off.
You're fine.
I find that the algorithm works in mysterious ways. Like the content, I feel like content is content, you know what I mean? Like I just look at it like this, like as long as you're getting it out, it's still, even if the video doesn't like do, I don't know, 1 million views, 500,000 likes or whatever, it's still, you're still staying consistent at the end of the day. You're still keeping up with your flow, you know. Even if it doesn't do insane numbers, I feel like it's still a good habit to keep it posted up, because you never know if it could do good down the line or not or whatever.
Yeah, very true, very true. I mean, that's another thing I didn't mention, that like old videos sometimes do just like pick up randomly. So it's, even if a video seems like it died, it's kind of okay to just leave it there.
Right.
And I think that kind of perfectly might segue into my second question for Greg on that. How long have you been doing this is my question, because you're one of the older people in the Rivals scene, I'd say, from my research.
I'm old, man.
And your name comes from League of Legends, correct? You played League back in the day?
Yes.
So how long have you been making content?
Well, so basically like 10 years ago, I think what really triggered it all was me falling into a pond playing Pokemon Go in 2016. It's a video that went viral on YouTube. I was on BuzzFeed and CNN and shit. You can look it up. It's called Man Falls in Pond Playing Pokemon Go. And after that happened, I was like, I gotta try to take advantage of this. And the game that I was obsessed with at the time was League. And I knew I wanted to do some kind of streaming. It probably wasn't the best way to transition, because like League didn't have like an overlap with the audience of people watching a dude fall into a pond. But that is the reason why I launched that. I did it for like a year or two. I kind of just like quit my job and used my savings to go for it. And I was living in downtown Brooklyn at the time. And yeah, it was okay. It was okay, but I kind of moved on. I was like, you know what? Oh yeah,
if you guys look top left on the stream here, Xotaic is playing the video.
Yes. So I did League for a while. I was the most played Gragas in the world, 6.5 million mastery points for like. I stopped playing, and only recently am I now number 3, and I literally haven't played in like 5 years. But yeah, I quit, moved on with my life, and I was just kind of vibing for the past 7 years since then. That was like 2018 when I stopped streaming. And then when Rivals came out, my friend Trav, super very cool guy, I don't know if you guys know him, he's awesome dude, and he like works with, he owns a TikTok agency, so he works with TikTok creators all the time. He was just like, bro, you're my friend, we're doing well on Rivals, like we're playing well. I think if you just go live on TikTok right now, the algorithm's pushing, Marvel Rivals content so hard that if you just go live on TikTok Live, you'll get crazy audience, no followers. And he was exactly right. I went live and, dude, I had like 200 followers on TikTok with like 1,000 viewers average in those first couple months. It was absolutely crazy. And that at that time I was working and streaming at the same time. I was waking up at like 2 a.m. streaming for 5 or 6 hours and then going to work and coming back. And I did that for a couple months. And it just kind of started making me more money from streaming than the job. So that's when I went full time. And
so you are full time now? How long have you been full time?
I've been full time since last March. Mostly, honestly, it was like funded by these TikTok live contests. I'm sorry I'm yapping so long.
It's
right
okay.
Now,
this is what the podcast is about, dude.
There were these crazy TikTok live contests. I don't know if anyone remembers, where it was basically like, okay, go live on TikTok, streaming Marvel Rivals, and whoever has like the most viewership over the course of a week, they just pay you straight up. And I was getting like second place, third place, sometimes first place for a couple months straight, and it was making stupid money. It was paying like $5 to $7 grand a week. It was insane. So that's when I was like, okay, I should do this full time. And then of course, shortly after I went full time, they just stopped doing the contests on TikTok. And I guess I've kind of just been floating off of that initial success, trying to build up my other platforms. Because at that point, I didn't even stream on Twitch yet at all. I only streamed on TikTok Live at that point for Rival. So yeah, we've just been slowly growing the Twitch and everything. And I don't know, who knows? This might I might be moving on from streaming at then not too long if unless I lock in a little more. But we'll see.
Wow.
That's yeah, I don't know. Sorry for the huge no,
it's okay.
10-year history there.
It's good to go back and forth. That's interesting. Wow. I don't know what else to say. That's a lot of money.
It was crazy. It was absolutely wild. And it was and it just felt cool too, because I was just like this really small streamer or content creator. I literally had less than 1,000 followers, but the live viewership that I was getting was literally beating out like Tim the Tatman and shit. It was insane. I was just like, I didn't know what to do. That's why I just like said, fuck it. If I'm gonna try it, now's the time.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, this is obviously much more enjoyable than most full times.
I did, yeah. It was right place, right time, and honestly, that's why I owe so much to my friend who convinced me to do it. Like, and whenever people ask me for like streaming advice in general, I know this isn't exactly what you asked. I always say the same thing because of my experience that like, if you can stream on an algorithm-based platform, it's so helpful when no one knows who you are, because like, how are people going to come find your Twitch? I mean, they might be able to find your content and then like go that extra step of finding your Twitch afterwards. But if you're streaming directly on TikTok or directly on like the YouTube vertical platform that can appear on Shorts, then as people are scrolling in there every day, there's not that extra step of having to then go to your stream. They're just on your stream. So it's kind of like free viewership. It's kind of wild.
Right.
Yeah.
Might have been the right person to ask that question to, I guess, because you found your way quite naturally, I guess, on that algorithm. That's.
I guess so. Yeah, I don't know. I definitely feel like right place, right time type shit, to be honest.
Or it was your destiny, bro. I don't know. It could
maybe.
Right time, but it could be destiny, bro.
There's definitely a luck aspect to the content thing. Just a little bit. Obviously, dedication means a lot as well. Thank you, Greg. I'm gonna turn over to Sentry now. I believe Sentry. We're just gonna try and alternate here. Sentry, I believe you have a question for who's your first question for?
HulksZucchini. All right, I have a few calm, low little questions for you, man. Let me pull them up. Okay.
Of course.
All right. So obviously you are known as the Yes King audio creator, the somebody to get the door, and all of that jazz. So how would you say that success impacted your life
All right,
in content
so
creation and like outside of creation?
all right, so like in the inside, like with me, I used to like make like normal content by just like giving out Hulk tips, this and that. I was pretty much okay, but then I posted my first like Yes King audio. That shit changed my entire career. I was able to get so many like followers and likes, dude. And I was like, you know what? I gotta make a whole series about this, like making custom audios, dude. One of my biggest audios, which is actually next to the Black Star audio, has over 17,000 uses. It's almost 20K basically now,
Wow.
and it felt like I achieved something by barely doing shit. Well,
Wow. So
then again, it was like just trying to get the audios and that's it. But yeah, I had to go to Reddit to like get those guessing audios. But I will not explain further anything because it's.
Is it like secret sauce? Like on how you how you made it?
Yeah.
Because
explain to us how you got those.
That's what I was
audio,
about to ask. Like, how did you do the mashup of how did you decide I'm gonna combine this sound, Yes King, like I don't know if Open the Door mashed into that was you or Xotaic as well, but like all of that coming together. Yeah, it's like so much noise coming to make one trending.
It's just called noise pollution. That's just called noise pollution, melody, basically. Bro. That's what it is.
Hey, wait, listen. And if you put in 100 like things of noise pollution, what do you get? A melody. So that's how
a melody.
How I see it. Noise pollution into a melody.
Yes,
that's tough. But one last thing off of that, I peeped too that like other content creators outside of Rivals have used that sound, like somebody get the door.
Yeah, it's everywhere. It's on YouTube Shorts, Instagram. It's everywhere.
It's actually massive.
I've heard of people that have never even played or heard of Rivals that know everything about those audios.
Especially the get in here, bitch. You fucking heard me. That one.
Still massive. Someone.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
Okay. But yeah, so one more thing, that is still one of the best like trends to ever come from Rivals, bro. I just want you to know that actually changed.
I appreciate that, gang. Thank you.
View Hulk creator. I'm really glad that you were able to conjure up that, man. That was something, Brody. But next question. When you were first making content, you told me your time was like very limited and stuff like that. Sorry, you can go. My bad.
No, I think you lagged out.
Sorry,
was that just me?
No, I didn't understand you because you cut a little bit.
Sorry. Yeah, so I was just saying when you were first making content, you told me your time was very limited because of like college and
oh yeah,
stuff.
no.
No.
College, I've been locking in my college for like so long. I'm currently in my third year right now, but like I stopped college because I'm doing something else, which is like focusing on losing weight. But college was like one of the hardest things I could ever do, especially with like some of the subjects that I take in my courses.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What would you say? So since college was like hard for you, or you're taking a break now, would you say like college kind of intertwined with you making content like in a negative way?
It definitely did. It's because I could not play Rivals like often because have to focus on my work. Yeah.
Right. So basically it was like either or. It wasn't like both. It was like like you had to pick a side. Yeah. It's like for me, school was never my strong suit. So I was the same way. I had to pick what I wanted to focus on, and unfortunately, it wasn't.
No, my goal basically is to finish college and get a degree, and the thing is, my dad actually admits that like being a streamer is actually like good. Like I like many people have told me like you should start streaming like on TikTok. Like my followers, Sentry, like my buddy Dork, everyone says I should start streaming, and I should. Honestly, I really should. it would probably be like a really good thing. I should start streaming later on.
I think in the day that we live in, it's like you might as well. If you're already doing everything, the world is moving in such like different ways. Like even I do golf work in real life, and I'm trying to segue that into making golf content to do my own business, and it can all just bounce off of itself. So like you can apply what you've learned from TikTok, even if it's not through Rivals. You could stream anything. It's a good skill to have regardless. I just kind of wanted to segue from the question that he asked you about the audios over to Xotaic real quick, because as far as an FYP watcher, I feel like you kind of piggybacked off that quite a bit. I was curious about how that came to be when you started using those audios. Did you guys ever communicate to each other, or was it just like a trend that kind of like became naturally and you started making videos out of it as well?
Yeah, so when I first saw like HulksZucchini's video on my For You page, I was like, genuinely, what the fuck is this? What am I listening to? And I think most people were like that too. And then, you know, I just kept seeing them every day.
It's like Hulk mains are genuinely insane, bro.
That's kind of the impression people seem to have.
No, Hulk fans are not meeting the allegations.
Oh shit.
Oh yeah. Let me just. Oh, all good.
Oh shoot.
We're back.
Oh no, he's back.
We're back. It's
I
okay.
have to do something real quick.
You're good.
Okay.
No, you're good.
So
buddy.
yeah, from there I just like, you know, fuck it, might as well do it myself. So I did it. I pretty much kept it the exact same, but I added like 1 or 2 sound effects. If you know the Mega Knight, the Evo Mega Knight from Clash Royale. And then the Genji, I added that.
Actually, that's not ball, but yeah.
One of the one of the
And
sounds I'm personally curious, who added in the Transformer noise? Who's responsible for that one in one of those ones?
Zucchini.
That's Zucchini. Okay.
It was no. Listen. It was me, but like but here's the thing. Yes, King Audio used to be like, you know, used to be in Fortnite and especially Overwatch with this one guy called Yes King Lover, or he's a really good dude on TikTok. Yeah, no, he made a lot of audios that were like popular from back then. And basically what I did is I saw the potential to use that in Rivals, and that's when I was like, oh yeah, the Transformer noise, I gotta use that. That's a must.
Yeah,
it's a must.
That's my favorite sound out of in all of them.
So no. With like whole transforming, it makes sense why he would just like just starts demolishing people.
Bro, actual genius. That I'm telling you, bro, that top 5 moments of all time, bro. Actually, I don't care if I'm losing, bro. I don't care. It's such a good idea, man.
That's hilarious.
Yeah. Moving on though to the next inquiry. All right. What games were you playing before Rivals? And did you make any content before Rivals? And what would you say was one of your biggest achievements in Rivals?
Oh, for me?
Oh no, sorry for Zucchini. My bad.
Okay.
Oh, for back then I used to actually like make a lot of like GTA 5 content from back then, like with Rockstar Games. I used to make some stuff with GTA 5, and then so you see back then in the PlayStation PS4, they basically had like communities. Dude, there was like you could LARP a lot. You can like role play a lot in GTA 5, right? I went there to like, you know, like see how it is. But then again, I was like 15, or actually no, I was like 14. I was like a child actually at that time, witnessing the grown ass adults role playing and they're like, you know, doing their stuff. And I decided like, you know, record the shit, and oh my god, it was bad. Like it was very, very bad. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm so glad like I switched to Rivals, because like I don't think I could ever make GTA content like now. It's impossible.
Yeah. What about GTA 6?
Oh, dude, no, I pre-ordered the game. I pre-ordered it on my phone. Like, yeah, I'm getting that shit, bro. It's a must.
Yeah.
I basically spent almost $400 in pre-ordering 3 games. One of them is actually an Xboxing, which is Gears of War E-Day. I can't wait for that. And then there's the Wolverine game and GTA 6. I got all those games for myself with my money.
Worth it. They're all gonna be fun.
Way too worth it, man. Holy, bro. Yeah. I don't know I know you said GTA content is kind of impossible now, but
yeah,
dude, if you would take some of your content over there, to GTA 6, bro, I feel like it would be good.
Oh yeah, no. Most, I was about to say, most of my audios, like I actually hear it from GTA clips, like especially the racing clips. The racing clips, they were so funny to like witness just with my audio.
That's
In
right.
GTA Online. Yeah.
Awesome. I'm just gonna transition again here real quick. Thank you, Zucchini. I was gonna make a call back to the 5M stuff because I actually came from that same pipeline, but I want to get some questions out to everyone real quick here. We're gonna bounce back to Xotaic after. I just had a question for Flounder written down. I believe you were an ex Call of Duty pro. That's something interesting I kind of wanted to ask about. You seem to be a relatively competitive person in general. When did you stop being a COD pro, and how long were you a COD pro before you switched to Rivals?
So I actually was making content a little bit back then too, but I wasn't really streaming. I played Modern Warfare 2019. I decided, well, it was COVID hit. Obviously, everyone was stuck inside. My job was not essential. I was stuck inside. I got COVID twice. I decided to start taking the game pretty serious, probably more serious than you should.
Yeah.
And back then, all I had was a console. I didn't have a lot of money or anything like that, so I couldn't really do the streaming side. But back then, pro like MLG, pro points, all that kind of stuff was all console. You couldn't do anything on PC for money on Call of Duty at all. So Call of Duty was kind of behind the curve, so it helped me out. So I was able to play with and against some of the best players in the game, and it's a really good experience. I went through 2 different esports teams in like a 2-year span. I won some tournaments. I ended up swapping over to Warzone when multiplayer ended up not working out because I had some changes in my life that didn't allow me to play the game for 8 hours a day. I switched over to Warzone. I won a couple tourneys, but eventually I had to step away from gaming for personal reasons for several years. So I didn't end up. Unfortunately, I didn't end up making it to the top of the top. I tried my best, but I had some good experiences, and yeah, I don't know if I ever want to go back to Call of Duty again though, because the state it's in right now is pretty sorry.
Yeah,
in my
no.
opinion.
I don't.
agree.
I don't like Call of Duty either personally. But so what year did you say you stopped that? That was
20, probably late 21. I
okay.
was signed to an esports league called Alliance Gaming League. They were trying to start an esports organization of all console. Because like I said, Call of Duty and Apex, everything competitive was still on console at the time. Um, when I switched over to Warzone, I signed to a different team. I played in some tournaments. I played in, some people might have heard of the Chipotle tournaments. That's kind of where I first got some recognition. I got 3rd place in the Chipotle tournament, which is pretty much every like pro COD player played in that. So, yeah, I had some fun. I had some success on TikTok. I was making some videos. If anybody in the chat plays Call of Duty, if you remember the Cooper Carbine meta, I'm the one that figured it out and came up and made the video of it.
That's
Yeah,
demon
that was
meta.
my fault.
That's
I'm sorry,
absolute
that was
demon
my
meta.
fault. Everyone was running around with the Cooper Carbine for 2 months. So yeah.
That's pretty
Flounder,
cool.
You're my opposition now. For
That is cool.
Someone in my chat was asking if you played against Shotzi. I don't actually know who
In
that is.
Warzone. I never played in like a regulated CDL. I was never signed to a CDL team officially. I was on Chicago and Optics farm team at one point, but like I said, it didn't work out because changes in my life. I could no longer play the game 8-10 hours a day. So I switched to Warzone at that point because you could play the game for 4 hours a day and still be top level because Warzone's frankly a lot easier than Call of Duty is. So yeah. Then I made the Cooper video and it kind of blasted off, so I tipped my hat into the ring and tried to become a Warzone streamer from there. But
Yeah.
I didn't stream or make content from about 2021 until this game came out around season 1.5 or 2. It's when the first video. Not to yap. I'm kind of
It's
moving on
okay.
with the topic, but
That was going to be my next
Um,
question anyway. Was what made you want to get over into Rivals and transition that into being your content? Because one of the points I'd written down, I'd say you're a fairly competitive person. You're, from what I know, highest rank in almost every game you play. And that kind of seems to be, the primary focus of a lot of your videos and streams. And I was just curious how you balance being competitive with that.
I'm not gonna lie, it has been hard. I have a family. I have a 2-year-old daughter that I love. I got a girlfriend, and she graduates nursing school tomorrow. So it's tough sometimes to make the content and still be able to have the time to grind this game and get a high rank. Because as everybody here knows, it takes a lot of time and a lot of patience.
Yeah.
Because this game is more about your mental and your patience than your skill a lot of times. So yeah, it can be tough. But I want to do this someday full time really badly. So unless something happens in my life where it becomes impossible, I'm gonna keep trying. So yeah, I actually first started picking up the game seriously, like taking the game seriously and making content. I think it was around season 1.5 or 2. I actually saw Freddy and Zucchini's videos, and my first thought was, because I'd never touched the character, he wasn't played a lot back then. I just thought in my head, these people must be absolute psychopaths. What kind of people are making these videos? They must be crazy. Then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna start playing them. When I started playing them, obviously how TikTok works. Then I start seeing the people that play them on my For You page. I saw Grag, I saw Xotaic. I went on YouTube and I actually watched a lot of Monster. He was definitely one of my favorite creators back then. I wish he still played Hulk a lot. He's moved on to Venom or whatever. But watching all those creators inspired me to start playing them. I spent like all of season 3 super hard stuck trying to learn him because he's a really hard character. And I started making videos and seeing some success, and I've just kind of been building slowly but surely off of that.
Yeah, there's a reason I haven't tried to play him, and I want to bring you guys on to talk about it instead, because he genuinely is really difficult. That's not my wheelhouse. I was sorry to cut off my question there. My mother walked into the room and is yelling at me to do something, but it's okay. Things still happen. Thank you very much. I do have more questions for you later, but we're going to keep spinning around. I believe Sentry has some questions for Xotaic now. I know he's been sitting here real patient. Thank you so much for that.
That's right. He's being calm and low cortisol. I appreciate that, Xotaic. My bad. So all right. First question. How would you say your content changed from before you started Rivals? Because I saw some of your old clips, especially like the one with the Minecraft, or you were playing Minecraft. You had like the Genji audio.
Oh yeah.
And how would you say that content is like it? How did it evolve from like switching over to Rivals?
I mean, I've always been a big fan of like the meme style content. Like I used to, so before Rivals, I played Overwatch, and before Overwatch, I played like Minecraft, and I've been like trying to like make like YouTube videos that entire time. So like if you click through my YouTube channel, oldest videos like 11 years old on Minecraft, they're all pretty stupid, pretty dumb, but I feel like the essence of it's always been the same. That meme style, random bullshit go type of content. So
Yeah. I really enjoy that kind of content as well. I feel like sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off if you had something to say.
oh, you were lagging, so
Oh, my bad. Yeah, my mic is low key a burger. I don't know what's happening, but anyway, yeah, I enjoy that kind of content as well. I really like seeing that kind of stuff. It doesn't matter like where it's from. Like if I like the game, enjoy the game, I'm gonna love like the meme style of the content. So I'm glad I can see your content like daily on my For You page because I really
yeah,
enjoy it. Your content's really funny. So Tech, I really enjoy your content, man.
I appreciate it. Okay, well, I feel like the meme style is like not a lot of people do it on Rivals specifically, outside of like me, KPX Chris, and a couple other people. So I feel like in that way I have the advantage. But like I have like a mix of styles. Like I'm not the greatest Hulk of all time, obviously, but I'm like decent. I have decent editing, and then the memes are kind of funny. So like it's a mixture of all of them.
Yeah, that's almost something I wanted to segue to is when you're choosing a meme style or the word you put, did you say throwing shit at the wall? That was kind of what I was curious about. Is when it comes to like planning your videos, I think when Sentry and I were doing research for this episode, we noticed you don't use a lot of like clips from your stream or anything like that. A lot of the times it seems to be mostly original, and I was just curious if that's something that you almost intentionally keep separately. Like you could get an idea in your head and you go and execute it, and this is TikTok. Or are you streaming and something happens and you're like, I'm gonna go make something out of this? Like, how do you balance keeping your stream separate, your TikTok separate? When do you know when to blend the content together is more the way I'd word it.
I got you. So I'm pretty like I'm really dumb. If I think of an idea, it'll be gone within 5 minutes unless I write it down. So like if I open my phone, I have like 17 pages of notes of like random ideas I have. And so like if let's say I have like something lined up where I have nothing at all, I'll just go through the notes and see if anything pops up and I like that idea. But for as far as the stream go, I'd rather not stream so often because again, playing the game is like mentally draining, especially if you're getting stream swiped and all that. So I'd rather
I get it.
Yeah, bro.
So yeah, like for me, I can probably get like 5 days worth of videos in a single gaming session, a couple clips, and then I'm good. I don't really have to play the rest of the week. But right now, I want to stream a little bit more. I've been doing like a daily stream challenge, so I've been playing every day, unfortunately. But it's an experience.
Unfortunately. To piggyback off of what you said about notes, I used to do the same thing, bro. I had like an actual collection of notes for video ideas that I would not do or just be like a burger and not do them. But yeah, I kind of stopped doing that because like I don't know, I got better at I ascended basically. Like I leveled up. I started like keeping them in my brain rather than like I got a little bit better at it. But yeah, I get where you're coming from, like having to write it down and stuff, because I'm a visual learner too. So if I don't like see stuff constantly, you know what I mean, I'll forget it. But somehow I got better at it. I don't know.
So
Also, like one more thing.
Yeah.
Sorry, one more thing I wanted to mention
No,
is
you're
like
good.
for me in particular, I don't know if anyone knows this, but I've been posting every day on TikTok for the since July 1st last year, and it's about to be 1 year of that. So I feel like that's like a big reason why I grew.
So
I've
how
been
do you
posting
balance quality
consistently.
over quantity then? Like, was that like a thought that comes in your mind, or do you kind of just have gotten so good at editing fast or just putting your ideas into work that that doesn't matter anymore?
So someone brought up the point where you'll spend like hours working on a video, but it won't get any views.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's not the correct way to think about it. I think the correct way to think about it is what value do you bring the viewer? Like something could be really well edited, but the viewer just won't care. But something could be like a 10-second clip with like a funny Hulk audio, and that'll be a huge hit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's really funny. So I think thinking of things in like in terms of viewer enjoyment is much more beneficial to you as a creator.
I can see that making a lot of sense.
Right.
Was that the last straight up question you had for Xotaic though?
I have one more question. Yeah. 1 second. Let me pull it back up. So what would you say is the most efficient way to grow as like a faceless content creator? Like obviously, like you don't show your face on there. And I feel like it's harder to like grow as a content creator if you're not like showing your face. I personally think it is. So do you like have any tips to like stay consistent and like keep getting higher viewer counts without like showing your face and whatnot?
I'd say you kind of have to have a brand. Like for people with face cams, their face is their brand. But for me, let's say it'll be like my Hulk skin. It'll be like that intro you always hear, the incredible Xotaic, right?
Yeah.
Like once you hear that, like you immediately know it's my video. Like
Mhm.
like a lot of times, same thing with the Lord video. If you see a Lord video, it's me.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah.
once you get used to like a certain type of like pattern, you just recognize automatically it's a certain type of person.
I agree. Yeah. I feel like you've grown your like brand in a way to like you have your own specific videos like you said, and like if you see like first day like rank 1 like Thanos or whatever with a
Yeah.
Lord Thanos, champion Thanos, we all know who has that and we all know who made the video because of like you do that every season, and I enjoyed that, by the way. So yeah, I completely agree with you. I feel like that is a great way to like kind of immerse yourself into the content creator community without like using face cam. I agree 100%.
By the way,
Lord Icon videos.
a low-key benefit of being faceless is it's like a weird issue with like rivals in Overwatch and any game that has a ton of visuals on it. Like when you try to make YouTube videos full screen with face cam, like it's really hard for any camera. It doesn't matter how good your camera is to like maintain good resolution while you're streaming a game like Overwatch or Rivals.
Yeah,
It's just too much. Yeah, it's like it's literally impossible. Like even you look at the best, like highest, biggest streamers when they go and play Overwatch or Rivals. When there's like chaos on the screen, their camera is blurry always, and it's something you cannot avoid. But if you're faceless, then it's like kind of just crisper in a way because you don't have to like sacrifice any of that bit rate for that other stuff. That's something that I've always thought could be cool for like YouTube video purposes, I guess.
Yeah, 100%. That's another thing that like as far as like content questions go, that's like something that a viewer probably wouldn't think of when they're looking at a YouTube video is like when they're watching a Xotaic video. Wow, this is very crisp. Look at all the attention to this and that. Or when you're watching like I'll just use an example because DMR's editor's in the chat. When you're making a day video, it's mostly just gameplay. There's nothing overly edited about it, but like it's just balancing. If he had face cam in there and you were trying to do the zooms and you're trying to do this, like it becomes another layer. And then if the camera's getting blurry because you're playing this crazy game, it's just another thing that can happen. So that's cool insight. Thank you for adding that.
I do think like the face cams are a lot better for retention. For like streaming, it's 100% better. Like it's weird to see my character talk compared to see like the beautiful face of Grag. So yeah.
I think your little like avatar is really cool though. I'm not gonna lie. It's like so goofy and troll, and then the fact that it moves like you wouldn't expect it.
I'm messing with that stuff. I think too.
Go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're good. I think too, like the.
Oh,
I don't know what it is, but like
Sentry, I think your mic cut out again.
Content looks better when you have a face cam. I don't know. I need to invest. Can I get a new mic, please? Somebody. Please?
That's the only reason I've been trying.
Yeah.
It's okay.
But I don't know what's happening to my mic. My mic is stuck in the past. Anyway, I was saying like I feel like when you're like streaming or whatnot, like it just looks better. You know what I mean? Like not like regardless of like what you look like, if you're just as handsome as Flounder, Grag, and Zucchini, you know what I mean? But like I don't know, I feel like just the visual.
We are pretty handsome.
Like, whatever, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Not me, gang. I'm not handsome.
No, there's not. Don't be down, bro. The Hulk community.
I think you're mocking us right now.
I don't think you guys have a bad looking bunch. I could be confused though, but this is a handsome side of the community for sure.
Yeah.
No.
Thank you,
gang.
Us Hulk creators have the most beautiful faces. That's the word on the street, guys. I don't know. That's what the.
Awesome. Well,
not to harp too much about the nerdy bitrate stuff, but the thing with the face cam on stream, I do agree it helps a lot, and it's so much better also on short form vertical. I noticed this just in my own experience. Like if I go back and try to clip my full screen stream from Twitch, like my camera looks like ass, but when I take the vertical format clips, it's actually really crisp, and I think it's literally as simple as just since there's not as much being displayed on the screen, it's like literally lower resolution. Vertical, there's not as much bitrate like competition between your camera and the gameplay, and it's able to be crisp. And I've gotten a lot of comments about like, wow, like when I come to your TikTok stream, it's actually insanely crisp. Holy shit!
I've never thought about that.
Yeah, I think it's like a low key sleeper tech for face camming, or at least for getting clips. Like, because if you try to clip your full screen stream for clips to post later, your camera will probably look blurry during the gameplay, especially if you're blowing it up to put it in a vertical clip. But if you can manage to take the clips directly from a vertical stream, it's going to be so much crisper for your TikTok clips.
I agree.
Last
I've
little
had to
nerd
start
out.
doing the same thing. I've had to start doing the same things. My face cam's like 4 years old, and pulling the clips from Twitch, it's ridiculous.
It gets so blurry,
they
right?
Yeah. Awful. Yeah.
Exactly.
I've had the same struggle with even the little announcement videos I've been making. I just go in Premiere, I crop my face cam out of a gameplay thing so I can have background, and then sometimes the bitrate's cooked, sometimes it's good. It's just another thing that not a lot of people would think about, I guess, but you do clearly. I'm gonna start paying more attention to that. We're gonna segue to some group questions soon. I just wanted to spin back to Flounder because I was letting Sentry get his thoughts out there. So You don't have to answer this if this is too personal, obviously, but you are a father, and you are now trying to. You said you have a goal of making this full time one day. How are you balancing playing the game, making content, being a dad, and do you still work full time? Things like that, because I know Greg mentioned that he's gone full time for now. And anyone in here can chime in. I guess this could also be a pseudo group question: is who is still working, who is still in school, how are you guys all balancing that? I'm gonna let Flounder answer first, but then everyone else after would be nice too.
Yeah, I mean, me and my girlfriend are obviously trying to build a life. You know, we like I said, she's graduating nursing school, so she's about to have a really good job starting next week. I work full time as well. We're gonna be saving up for a house. So hopefully, as time goes on, I have more free time to keep improving my content as well. Because I think most of my growth comes right now from streaming like high ranked rivals. People like enjoy watching it, and I face cam every single time and try to stream every single day. That's where like 90% of my growth comes from. Like I post short form content on TikTok almost every day, but most of it comes from actually streaming. So I just try to section out at least 5 or 6 days a week where I can stream for like 3-4 hours, just like hyper focused on winning while still being able to communicate with chat. And I think that's been doing really well. I mean, I'm growing slowly, obviously. You know, I'm nowhere near as big as a lot of the guys in here, but I'm really happy with the growth I've had. It is hard, but if you really want to do this, you can find a way. It's just like when people say, "Well, I can't work out because I do," or "I can't do this." It's like there's always time. You just have to figure out how to make it. You know what I mean? If you really want to do it bad enough.
100%.
But yeah,
Yeah.
to me it's simple. It's just that really
Yeah.
it's hard, but it's simple, right? But
Yeah. I mean, if everyone's doing it, bro, it's not easy, you know what I mean? Like nowadays everybody's doing content. Everybody's like trying to be out there, which is fine, but like that means you got to like rise up above them, and I feel like you're doing that. I feel like you've
yeah,
been locked
and the
in
guys
recently.
like Xotaic and Zucchini, like you guys are like super creative, and you know you use your time to brainstorm and come up with new ideas and post stuff that other people can't come up with, right? And I that obviously is why you're a step above 99% of everybody else. And you know, I think there's other ways to do it too, though. Like you said, there's not a ton of people that do like the meme type content. I've personally seen that like kind of going like half and half, half posting about getting better at the game and half posting about things happening within the game, and then trying to like put funny things in there as well. I've been trying to branch out until I find my niche. I think it's all about finding what works for you, each individual person, because it's not going to work for the next person because everyone's different.
It's all a
Honestly.
giant horse race as well. It's like that, trying to make as much as you can with the time you have while also being a niche. Is this niche already occupied? Am I wasting my time? Things like that. Like that's another thing that as a very like I'm smaller than anyone here, and it's like as far as like figuring out TikTok, been learning how to edit the whole time. I went from posting montages. Nobody watches that. That's not a good niche. I went from trying to do Yap content. Oh, one of those worked. Let me try that again. Oh, the next one didn't work because my topic wasn't great. So it's like a lot of trial and error, I guess. And I assume that's the same for all of you guys at some point during your, we'll use the term career.
Yeah.
I know for some of you it is more than others, but that is.
I felt like I faded, bro. I felt like I literally faded my content. Like it's still good in my opinion, but like I don't know if I get like
This
2
dude's
views
followers
on a
base
video,
doubled in the last month and a half, by the way.
And he's
bro.
complaining. Oh
I'm
god.
fading.
I faded, bro. I don't know. Like some of my content doesn't do as well as I thought, and I'm moving like McQueen in the third film, bro. I don't know. Flounder is right, and I'm grateful for that. But I don't know. Sometimes, yeah, I feel like I don't know. The algorithm just does not mess with me sometimes.
I don't think it's just you. I think it's like pretty normal for rivals in general. I mean,
Mhm.
I think rivals obviously like was crazy on all algorithms early on because there was like 20 million players worldwide. It was just like
Mhm.
you could not scroll on any form of short form content or any content really without seeing something about Marvel Rivals. and it's definitely gotten way more niche over time. But I still think there's definitely like opportunities for us to keep growing. And I notice now, I don't know if you guys notice this too. I think like the average viewership of posts that I post go way up during like times where Rivals is a little bit more algorithmic centric, and that means typically new seasons, or also anytime there's drama or like big tournaments. Like those three things I think just ramp up the algorithmic presence of Marvel Rivals in general. And I've noticed, even if I'm not posting anything about that stuff, I'll notice like overall just baseline viewership goes up. I don't know if you guys have noticed that too, but that could be helpful for like planning content sometimes too. Like when you see, oh, there's a news, everyone's upset about X, Y, and Z, about this, about that. Like that could be the time to strike. Maybe I haven't like used that to my advantage ever really. Like I just always am posting either way, but it's kind of a cool little insight.
I've definitely noticed it as someone that posts less frequently. I don't know about everyone else. I guess this would be a good segue into a different group question. We can look past the other thing for now. Let's just keep it natural. But you mentioned that new seasons, drama, things like that are primarily what sparks growth on the algorithm and attention to Marvel Rivals in general, especially when I'm not going to bring it up too much, but during January when we had that big incident with a specific tournament and Rivals was everywhere, literally everywhere, for almost all the wrong reasons, and people are still capitalizing upon that to this day. I mean, some of the bigger videos I see are still referencing that topic. I just wanted to pick your guys' brains a little bit.
Xotaic won that tournament. They don't even talk about it.
That's where I was getting to. That's where I was getting to.
I saw comments saying, "Who the hell is Xotaic?"
Dude, what do you mean, bro? You won the tournament.
What do you mean?
Like, what do you mean,
bro? My team was the team that scrimmed him in the video that like blew everything up, and I felt so bad because it wasn't my team, by the way. Like we was only 3 or 4 of us, and both of our supports were subs that we'd never talked to before. And I don't want to be toxic, but they were not good. And Kingsman was farming them. And I was like, this is low-key misleading because he's farming like really low elo fills.
Was that in one
and like we're planning our full like main team dive to counter them. Like, I don't know. I felt so guilty about it. And I actually did post a video about that, but I took it down because then like there was weird stuff that came out. I don't know. Sorry.
Yeah. No, it's okay. No, we can let it. I am not opposed to going there. That was.
It's just like, I felt so weird about that whole situation. And then when the Kingsman files dropped and there was all those weird like DMs of people colluding to get him kicked, I was just like, this is getting really weird. I just took my video down and I was just like, I'm just checked out, bro. I'm just at this point, I'm gonna try to only represent myself because that's the only person I can guarantee. You know, it's the only person I can trust. Like, I don't want to be like, oh, I love this person, you're wrong, you should trust them, and then I find out they did some fucked up shit 2 days later, you know?
Yeah,
it's just like, it gives me stress and makes me want to just like only represent myself sometimes.
And it's just not good negative attention either. I mean, it's probably a good idea, a good decision that you took that video down. I mean, I've seen it happen to other creators when Pick and Roll had something to say about the whole situation that happened, got brought up afterwards. His YouTube comments were abysmal for weeks, and they still are. It's like borderline unreadable.
He's honestly lucky it wasn't worse, because now nobody really talks about that side of things anymore. But yeah, it was really bad for a few days for him. Yeah. The
segue, the reason I wanted to bring that up is to pick all of your guys' brains. Is there something that we as a community can do to bring more attention to Rivals content outside of new updates and drama in general? Because I do find that, like, although I don't blame anyone for doing it, piggybacking off of things that happen, you know, you gotta get your opportunities when they present themselves. Is there that was part of my original ideas for wanting to make this podcast, was to begin with, was just give another avenue for creators to talk about their content and talk about the game in general and talk amongst themselves. Is there any ideas that you guys have for possibly another avenue of content that we could do, or just things like that to bring attention away from just drama and talking about game updates, this character's broken and whatnot? Those it is getting wrung dry, and I feel personally that is part of the reason why the viewership is lower when there's no new content for the game. I just wanted to hear your guys' opinions on that.
Yeah, so oh no, you can go. Hey, my bad.
Yeah, let's
okay. So I don't know if anyone's keeping up with Overwatch, but whenever they do the OWCS, there's like 100,000 people watching minimum.
Oh yeah.
And I think part of that is like the culture around like giving like I don't know good rewards for watching. Like for Rivals, it's really lackluster. It's not they don't give a lot, but for Overwatch they give a good amount. Like it's always hyped. I think Rivals could be doing a lot better of a job just hyping events like that, especially like tournaments in general. Like you know about the 300,000 World Cup tournament?
Yeah,
Yes.
but it's very.
Do you know who's on there?
Is it tomorrow?
Nobody knows.
I don't even know
It's tomorrow.
It's tomorrow?
I can tell you who it is. It's
Oh
like
my god!
Raid, Flats.
I was
Some
so
other people, like no hate to them, but like I feel like more Rivals people need to be involved. I feel like
Wait, you know who's on the U.S. team, Sentry?
Yes, it's
Who is it?
Flats, Kingsman, Your Rage. I can look up the rest of the roster, but let me go to Instagram really quick because like they posted the roster like earlier today.
while he's looking for that, I was just gonna say, Xotaic has a good point, and like I saw the tweet about that happening, and like the way it looked, it was like almost like a World Cup-esque thing. We have XQC Team Canada or whatever. I thought it was gonna be like drafting people from their regions and stuff like that. I thought it was gonna be really cool with like lots of build up. There's nothing in game about it. I've seen one tweet. I didn't even know it was tomorrow apparently, and it's like, I am personally not a Rivals partner, but anyone in here that is, do they ever say anything about that as far as like promoting things like that or like letting you guys know?
I feel like I haven't seen it unless I'm not paying attention enough. I mean, they have like random events that they always post on the Rivals Discord, but
Yeah.
I don't know. They're kind of like auto-generated, seemingly low key.
Yeah. By the way, I got the roster if you guys want to hear it. Emiru, Flats, or sorry, you can go. My bad.
Yeah, he was just acknowledging you.
Oh, okay. Sorry. So we have Emiru, Flats, Lulu Lovey, J3, Kingsman, and Silky. That's the United States roster.
So
But in the tournament's like in a few days, but I like you guys, I haven't seen anything besides this post. Like I don't know.
I think I was gonna say
they were dropping the ball.
Yeah, I was gonna say like I feel like this tournament and the Senate tournament similarly had like a goal that I think is pretty obvious, where they want to introduce Rivals to new players, and I think that's a good goal to have. I just think that they're maybe not going about it the right way. And this kind of bridges to the question you initially asked of like what other types of ideas can we use to get more people involved or like spike up that viewership. I don't know if it's exciting enough, but I do think like teaching Rivals to people who have never heard of it or never played it at all is like a good avenue to like make the game more approachable for new like gamers or new viewers, and I think that's kind of what we need. And when I saw the Senate tournament happening, and we'll see how this tournament goes tomorrow, but when I saw the Senate tournament happening, I couldn't help but feel like this could have been a great opportunity to have everyone new in the tournament and then have like Rival streamers be the coaches and like
100%.
get to put on display like a good example of like how, wow, this can actually be really fun and competitive for a brand new player if they're playing with people around their level. People didn't want to see Jinxie getting fucking abused by Kingsman in the back.
No.
Like I think people would have enjoyed
Not
more
pressing
seeing
left
like
click on a Punisher roll.
That clip was hilarious. That clip was pretty hilarious.
No, I was about to say about that. I was about to say it may seem like bad that like how people who are basically millionaires like XQC or Jinxie in the tournament, but dude, this brings so much attention because they're like big content creators. They're huge, so it's a very good reason to do that.
Yeah, that was
it's definitely better than not doing it. Definitely better than not doing it at all.
To counterpoint that, when the Jinxie had like the best clip in the Senate tourney, but afterwards he said, "Oh, I'm never playing this game ever again." I think that's like a good look for.
That's true.
That's
That's
true.
a good point. That's a good point.
He had two quick play
Why would he want
games.
to? That clip happened, and he went through 6 hours of bullying before even putting another day into the game.
Yeah.
And then that's also a little bit on like what Greg said. Why did they put 4 or 5 one-up ball players in that and they play? It just didn't make a lot of sense to me, honestly. They missed an opportunity there. I thought the same thing Greg did, where it could have been an opportunity for them to see their favorite streamers all struggle against each other and have fun learning the game.
Exactly, yeah.
And
that makes it more approachable for new people, too.
100%.
Absolutely. I think they're dropping the ball the same way with this next tournament, because Overwatch builds a community of people that'll never leave, because of things like the OWCS. They build a community around it, and I think part of the reason why this tournament and the pro league in general, it gets so much less attention, it has so much less success growing and keeping players, is there's a lot of negativity centered around a lot of the pro players in the pro community in this game.
100%.
To be frank,
I would like to spin back to that. I just wanted to point out, I've seen a lot of people's opinions on TikTok about specifically the Senna tournament, and I do agree that it would have been better, like you said, to have Rivals players as coaches and get all those big streamers in there. But I've seen other creators arguing that it should have been like 50-50 Rivals creators and big creators, and I just don't agree with that, because like you have to look at it financially as like they're trying to put the money out there to get new players. Anyone that watches a Rivals streamer already most likely plays Rivals. It's just the execution of it was done very poorly. I really like the idea that Rivals players should have been coaches and whatnot, but
yeah, and then they shouldn't have even made it like a tournament, like, $150,000 tournament for like a bunch of millionaires.
Yeah,
to play
it's
a
just
game.
dropping the bucket.
They should have just paid them. Like, we're paying them as an ad, and then like if anything, the benefits for like the winning team like will donate to charity or some shit. You know what I mean? Like making it a competitive tournament for 150K and then putting these people, like, I don't know. It just seemed like not all the ideas were in line with each other. It was like 4 separate ideas all happening at the same. And I don't know. I think it could have been better.
Guang, I'm okay with it if in the next one every captain has to be a Hulk player.
Yeah.
Yes, we've been needing the Hulk Cup for a long time. People have been wanting it, the Hulk Cup.
I think
last time the cinema tournament, I couldn't make it because some unfortunate things. I was gonna put in my own like 300 grand. But, I couldn't. I'm sorry, y'all. I let y'all down. I was gonna put in my own money for the tournament, but that's on me, guys. My bad.
This is all your fault.
Yeah, I know. My bad, y'all.
No. Honestly, Sentry, I don't think. I think it's better if you just save your money, because like, dude, like you need more something than just like, it's just.
Yes, bro. Yeah, you're right, bro. Like maybe I can make the next one. I got to clear my schedule, but we'll try it. We'll try.
Right. You got this, man. Like you have a lot of time.
Oh. Yeah, so like, is there any way that you guys think we could get across to Rivals maybe for them to put more effort into these things and working with the creators they already have, or is it like just yelling into an empty hallway as far as like a partner perspective goes?
I think that like the tournament can be big. Like I get what you guys, not you guys, but like what they were saying about like, oh yeah, they need like every streamer from, doesn't matter like from where, they just need to be popular, to get on the game. But like I think they're looking at it at the wrong way. The reason why Overwatch has such a good like community with like the pro and proness and like all the events is because they like built their way up. I feel like Rivals is trying to move too fast. Like the community wants events where you see like Grag Albert, Xotaic, like anybody who plays the game. They want like the Rivals creators in the big tournaments. So I don't know, like I get the purpose, but I just think they're looking at it the wrong way. I think it's just like they're making it too like out of the question for Rivals players. They're kind of just like shutting us out, and I don't think that's the right move.
Yeah, I
agree.
I think they're of the idea that their key to success and keeping success is to keep flooding new players into the game. But you can see like Overwatch 2 as an example to where you can keep a player base that you've had for years and years and still have success. Overwatch 2 brings, besides when it had like its revival like 6 months after it came out, it's basically been the same player base that they've just kept revitalizing, and the game is still pretty much on the same level of player count and viewership as this game.
Yeah.
I think it'll take a lot of players leaving before NetEase changes their mind about what route they want to take, though, in my opinion. I'm not sure if any content creators could make a difference in that or not, to be honest, from what I've seen from the decisions they've made the last year plus.
Yeah. I mean, if you look at it from purely like data standpoint, I don't think it's that crazy that they would try this, because the first few tournaments in the scene like have been more of the the real quote unquote rival streamers. Like the first couple Blossom tournaments, even the Kingsman tournament. All those tournaments were like what we're kind of asking for, like the Banu tournament, everything. So maybe they just finally like said, let's try something different, and wanted to throw money at streamers outside of the rivals space. I don't know. I'm just trying to give them the benefit of the doubt, I guess.
I get what you're saying. Yeah, I mean, it is different. They haven't really done that. Like, obviously, with the Kingsman tournament, it was popular, but it wasn't popular for the right reasons, if you will. Like, it was really popular, but like, let's be real. I don't think anyone in this call wants our game to be known as a drama farm. You know what I mean?
Nope.
So, yeah.
It's exhausting. The drama is exhausting.
It is.
That's bad.
Well, you got to remember too that they also went this direction because I don't know how many of you guys remember this or knew this was happening when Antigro and a couple other people hosted the charity tournament. Jiang and Guang and all the devs watched that tournament closely because they were using it as a platform to figure out like, hey, can we throw another tournament like this again? And it doesn't turn out like this again. And then unfortunately they held this charity tournament. And like, I won't say any names, but there was creators that were like very selfish about who gets into the tournament. There was people that didn't show up, so they had to start the tournament late. There was people angry about disqualifications. It was just, it was not successful.
It's just a bad balancing act. You think?
Which one was
NetEase
it?
was watching that tournament as like, can we host another, like Bassam tournament again and make this work? And then they hosted that tournament and it went terrible, mostly because of the players in it. So I think that also swayed them towards like, maybe we just need to move outside our community to start tournaments. You know what I mean?
Wait, you talking about the Valentine tournament? Because I thought I was in that one. I thought it went well. I didn't even know. I'm so clueless. I didn't know there was any drama. Was there drama?
It was kind of like, it was underground.
It was underground drama. I didn't even tell me about that because we made a lot of money for charity, which was kind of cool.
Yeah, it was awesome. From what I was told, NetEase was not happy with like some of the things that happened behind the scenes.
I see.
Which swayed their decisions.
Yeah, I heard about that a little bit.
I didn't know that.
Because if that went like fully successful, they were supposed to do another one that NetEase is going to put the payroll on for, like put the prize pool on for.
Yeah.
In the future, and that obviously didn't happen.
Damn. Okay.
So
yeah, it's my bad. You can go.
No, it's okay. I just I'm trying to like think of the best way that like we could vocalize how we want to do these things in the future, because another thing you're talking about, like Overwatch does way better viewership in their tournaments. I think that also has to do with the Twitch drops that NetEase does and stuff like that. They're not great. I don't think they're helping their creators by that either. And I think especially you guys who stream a lot of hours and have people in there for drops, I think it definitely carries a lot of the Overwatch viewership outside of the tournaments. And I'd really like there to be some sort of avenue that NetEase wants to talk to you guys to improve on these things. I think it would help their game substantially, and I'm just quite baffled at why they don't do it. And I'm more idea fishing here, because like I really just want to try and find some way to continue to make this game grow.
I mean, they tried with the whole charge thing, but I think it was a horrible failure. Like their goal, their goal was to increase like viewership and what do you call it, engagement. But I think it just backfired completely. Like it's too much drama now.
Yeah. Like, we released a new thing to try and do something good for the Marvel Rivals community. Guess what?
Turned into drama.
Who would have thought it could turn into drama?
I mean, if you think about it,
doing it to ourselves.
Plan.
And guess who it involved again?
It makes it popular. Like when Rivals fails, we always come back to the same thing: drama. It's literally like It's literally like fighting Thanos again. Like, you cannot live with your own failure. Where did that bring you back to me? Like, it's the same thing.
Like, we do it to ourselves.
I did the charge thing for about 3 hours before I looked at the leaderboard and saw Jitty Bang Bang going crazy.
Well, I was going, and then like 2 hours into it, people were just like, "Oh, by the way, it's bugged. It's not counting. Like, your chargers haven't been counting for the last hour." And I'm like, "All right, I'm just turning this fucking shit off, bro."
Yeah, there's and then
somebody's at 1 million charges and my shit's not working. Whatever, bro.
I think I was actually playing with Sentry when they were doing that, I remember opening Twitch to check on something, and I just saw like 6 big creators like all co-streaming. I was like, "What's going on?" I click on it, and there's just all I could see is charge. My whole computer screen is just charge, and every like 10 seconds you could see the same username you saw 10 seconds ago, and it's like, oh, okay, all right. Like 2,000 chats per 5 minutes.
You guys know this like auto clickers, bro? That actually comes in clutch.
Yeah, everyone
Yes,
had
bro.
macros going. There was bots.
Yep.
It's just. I don't think NetEase thinks very far ahead in a lot of these. Like, it's like the intention seems right. Like they're trying to help, but I don't know if it's our community's fault or the bad organization or a combination of both. But it always turns into something not ideal. And I really want us to find a way to avoid that. I think tournaments are great for the game and stuff like that, but just somehow every time they seem to fall apart and go the wrong way. I think they would improve a lot by giving us better drops and having more communication with you creators, and I really hope that's something that happens sooner rather than later.
Yeah. Another thing I was going to say when you were like talking about, what other direction could we go in? I think this is not a hot take at all. I think most people agree, or at least TikTok creators agree, that like they just don't care about TikTok metrics or like success enough, in my opinion, because I feel like most passionate like content creators for Rivals specifically have a lot of influence and just like traffic generated for the game on short form media and on TikTok specifically. And sometimes it feels like they don't even, like, if you don't have a huge Twitch specifically, they're not going to listen to you or, like, acknowledge your existence low-key. I mean, you could see it with, like, I think everyone agrees that Quad should be, like, front and center for everything Rivals related. He's such, like, a huge voice and, like, so credible and puts so much effort into it, but because he's, like, not as big on Twitch as he is on TikTok or, like, those other platforms, it just, like, doesn't matter. And I think that's, like, a big failing of NetEase.
It seems
in terms of, like, what direction could be.
Because like TikTok is, for Rivals at least, is substantially larger than Twitch, and it's very just confusing that they choose to go that direction.
Exactly.
Do you have anything to say about that, Zucchini? Do you ever like I know that Rivals on TikTok, they do sometimes have the incentives where like they had that last event, I believe it was for the Loki game mode or something like that. Do they ever go any further than that in terms of like TikTok promotion? Or have you ever made videos like that for that reason?
I will be honest with you, bro. I never ever like dip my chip like into those stuff because let's be real, I'm pretty niche compared to like all of you guys. Like,
no, you're not niche, bro. You're the GOAT.
I mean, no. Overall, though,
you're like a religious figure,
like a backbone.
You're like the Pope of Hulks, dude.
Yes,
yeah.
Don't ever call yourself niche, bro. Never.
Anyway, but yeah, no. I personally did not like go into any like kind of like tournament or even like witness it because I don't think I really qualify for those, to be honest. That's why
they do. It was more of like a views incentive. Like they we lost Sentry. They sometimes have promotions through TikTok Studio. It's like views per like $1 per 1,000 views, whatever it is.
Oh yeah. I get you.
Do they ever offer anything else like in terms of like because Grag was mentioning if you're not on Twitch, they don't really acknowledge you. I'm like, do they ever give you anything else like besides those like extremely like almost like ad incentivized events or anything like that?
Not anymore.
Not anymore? Did they used to? Like what, for example?
So before it would be every full season, but I think something changed recently where it's not like that anymore. I think they skipped season 7 entirely. There was something for season 7.5. And then I think the season before that, it was lacking too.
So they've just been slowly easing away from that as well, even, and that's almost the only form of support you guys get on TikTok.
I asked one of I'm in the partner chat, and I asked them about like why there's no incentive for this full season. I think they said they're pooling their money into something else, which I'm assuming is the tournament. So if that's the case, then you know where the money went.
Then they better. No, it's just
300K is a lot of money.
It is a lot of money, and it almost gives me a bad feeling in my stomach because, like, if it's the same level of organization and promotion as the last one, I don't think it's going to grow the game as much as they anticipate. Like, it's not great.
I think at the very least they should have had like the captains as like full-fledged rivals players, and then have the players like the big streamers. I think that would have been good.
idea too.
And
Kinda
also-
like coaching them and like everything like that.
The only issue is like whenever they do that, they always are like, oh, how do we do that? How do we choose what rivals players are going to be on each team? We'll take one pro per team, and then like Flounder said, there's like 50% of the rivals pro players are involved in some kind of drama, like actively at all times. It's like
at all times.
It's like so unprofessional. It's actually crazy. So like it's even risky to have them like the pros on each team, like because they're going to be more problematic than like the streamers.
100%. I think I saw Cuffy make a video just a little while back. He's a coach of some sort. He had him and another coach who coaches Swamp Gaming Fox have some sort of drama, and that's just not a great look. And then like I don't think the pros, as much as there's not all bad apples, it's just a few. I feel like if you use another game for example, like I'll use Valorant for an example here, the pro players in now those games are idolized compared to, oh my god, I have I don't know, so and so on my team. They're gonna run my shit. I'll just use the Kendrick thing for example. I don't. Yeah, it's not it's like a sense of like they have if they want this to continue making them money and continue, it's the players that get them paid. It's the viewers that get them paid, and I feel like I don't know if it's teams have
PTSD talking about Kendrick.
It's so funny that it's such a funny parallel. Like you think about League of Legends, you get into a game with Faker, you're like, oh shit, I'm a Faker, and you bet your ass he's carrying that game. You get into a game with a pro player and rivals, it's like, oh, he's on his 18th account playing fucking Adam Warlock with no left clicking allowed. I don't know. Like, come on, dude.
It was the same way. You're playing COD multiplayer. You're playing like iridescent top 250 lobbies. You get not even like a big pro. Like you have to play the game to know him. Our city's on your team. The whole team will treat him like he walks on water, and they're all like the way they act in other games, like Call of Duty and stuff like that, versus the way the pros in this game act in the middle of a game, is unbelievable. And it could be partly because this game doesn't have 30 or 40 pros. It has 200 and something.
But the prize pool is big enough that I feel like that shouldn't matter. I feel like, at least from the tier 1 perspective, that maybe this responsibility falls on the organizations. Like, who's keeping these people in check? Like, I literally see, you watch TTK stream, for example. He brings up, they have a strike system in their Discord, and Remix is handing out strikes. It takes like a couple $100 off their monthly salary. And I'm like, there's got to be like some real like
Remix
accountability.
His mic screaming at people in Celestial.
It's a two-way streak, bro.
Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like if they want, like, it just falls back on like giving better publicity to the game. I feel like most content creators are already trying their hardest, especially the ones that stay out of drama. And it's like pro players come into that figure as well, and they just aren't trying. Like if the players hate pros, it's not going to be good.
I think this is an issue with like the game in general, because I think Rivals unironically is the most toxic game. And hear me out, all the players are toxic, all the pros are toxic, the coaches are toxic, even the casters casting the games are toxic. I remember Dogman kidding on. Well, it was so dumb, bro. Like if the whole like culture of the game is just being toxic, it's not gonna help the case for for the case, right?
I was watching Coach Fowkes watch the MRC tournament last season, not this current one, last season, and I get in games with a couple of the people that get to finals a lot. Like I was watching Hogg's team because I think Hoggs is a super cool guy. He's got some good players in his team like Colin and stuff like that. And I'm sitting here watching. Fowkes spent like 20 minutes talking about how, I won't say the word he used, how bad in a much worse words than bad, Hogg's entire team and how bad Hogg's is, while they're the second place team in the whole tournament. It's like, why would anyone watch and be like, oh, these guys at MRC, they're like amateur pros. These guys must be really good. They go watch a pro coach that has 5,000 viewers at the time spend 30 minutes talking about how horrid they are at gaming.
Yeah.
It's like, come on.
The
And it's
thing
all of
is,
them.
It's like
It's 90% of them.
it's like a lot of belittling, a lot of like there's almost like no mutual respect between teams, and it's like there has to be some animosity for there to be stakes in the game, of course, but it's like it's all it is. It's hyper consumed by it all.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
the thing is, I don't understand. Like, you can be a pro in this game, like, but like the point of a pro is to be good at the game and professional. You're supposed to be like professional, like take the game serious, not like a job basically. And I don't get what some of these pros think what's going to happen when they get to LAN, bro. Like if they're saying all this like toxic stuff, bro, like once like we see you, bro, like and if you're like if nobody likes you on the game because you're toxic and like weird or whatever, what's going to happen in LAN, bro? That's not a good look. Why would you want to have for reference a racist on your LAN? That doesn't make any sense, bro. It's I'm gonna be honest, bro.
To be frank, to a lot of other games, their pro scenes, this same stuff does happen, but it's all between like behind closed doors at each other.
Yeah.
The public never sees it. In Rivals, they put it on display on purpose.
Yes,
like it's a
bro.
good thing.
Well, also, Rivals is unique, and maybe it's a double-edged sword in the fact that like there is this pathway to actually get to pro play via like the MRC stuff and stuff like that. So maybe that's why it is all more in the public's eye, just because anybody could theoretically start a team, go all the way in MRC, and like end up there. So it's like, maybe that's part of it. But also, I mean, my chat was saying like it's all related to ego, and I do agree with that. Do you think there's like more ego in Rivals than other games? And if so, why is that like Marvel Rivals specifically creates such crazy egos? Because I kind of think there is more egos. I don't know. It's like maybe it's because the game is simple, so people like they're like simpler overall. So they're like, oh, I know what I'm talking about this game because it's so simple or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's exactly to your point that it is so simple. The rank system is so Mickey Meow that, if you dedicate, any amount of time to getting decent at this game, the game tells you you're top 1% in the entire world. And now you think you're entitled to having the opinion of, I'm better than this person. You're a GM shit piece. Like you're in piss low. You're like all of these things. And then pro players, well, you can be in Celestial 1 and still be in a pro player's lobby. You must be almost on the same level they are. So their opinion is this. And then they argue with that. And then they argue with this. And then they pull out, they make money off this game. It's just like domino of just Rivals dick measuring contest. Like
it all rolls downhill.
It all rolls downhill. And yeah.
I've been saying it since I started taking this game serious. Once you hit Diamond 3, your win rate should be 50% or above if you want to get any higher. It's how every other game in existence works.
Yep.
And I think that's a part of the problem is they make it a little bit too easy to get to the third highest rank in the game, frankly.
Yeah, you don't need positive win rate until like Celestial, low key.
Yeah, no. It's brutal. And I guess I'll just bring up my own experience because I think this we had a big cheating epidemic still kind of happening in Rivals right now. And I don't think I've ever seen a game where it's gotten quite this out of hand. I have been personally shown, I know Rivals openly denied it as well, which was kind of insane to me, that you can just disable the anti-cheat, or at least before that patch they did, you could. And it's just another thing that piles on of these pros are playing with cheaters. These things are happening. There's no integrity anywhere in this game at a high level. And it's like, I don't know how they solve that, but I feel like they should be putting so much more resources into it than they are. Because if they want to put that much money into the prize pools and expect people to care about them, there has to be integrity and a reason to respect pros and a reason to respect the game in general.
Yes. We need a hero, bro.
They need LAN events, dude. Like, think about like League of Legends or Counter-Strike. They're walking out on this stage. It's fucking hype. Like, there's a producer, a desk. They're sitting there. I feel like we don't. Do we have that for Marvel Rivals? Am I missing out? Am I just an idiot?
There is
really. Like some pro events. That I think the last LAN was like December, bro. I'm gonna be honest. It's been
Because
a
I feel like
while.
that shit is so hype. Like you see like them walking across stage or sitting at their desks. Like you got the people with the headphones and the seat and the couch. You know, like the caster desk. Like I feel like we need more of that. That just makes everything feel like it's at a higher scale and there's more at stake. And it's just like
Yes.
that makes for good watching.
Our tournaments, they're playing at home from their couch, and
Exactly.
you'll see someone go 14-12, and the game's over 15 seconds later. They're making a paragraph long tweet about how terrible the people they played against are, and they shouldn't have lost. Like that's just not. Nobody wants to see that. I'm gonna be honest.
Look at Fortnite, bro. Y'all remember the first World Cup?
Oh my
From
god.
Fortnite,
Yes.
bro.
Oh,
That
hell
was
no,
actually,
bro.
that was such a good event, bro. Like imagine that for Rivals. That's what we could do. By the way, Fortnite, I'm gonna just drift off to a different topic. Fortnite is one of the best competitive scenes in history. I'm sorry, bro. Fortnite, all the cash cups.
Yeah, but they've also fallen
they do
into
that
the same problem that I think Rivals is going to have, where they put all of this money, like Rivals' current prize pool for this tournament that's coming up is comparable to Prime Fortnite. They're throwing all this money at the game, and there's not going to be a backbone to back it up when the money goes away. So it's like, you know, like you said, Fortnite still does have a good competitive scene, but the cash pools are worth not even 10% of what they used to be. And the money's only going to be in this game for so long. And if creators and pro players and teams don't lock in to make it watchable and make there some sort of an appeal to caring about their pro players, it's just going to be the same problem.
Wasn't there like a $1 million prize pool in Fortnite?
Yes.
Yeah,
Like
it
$1
was
million.
$3
Logo
bro.
one,
It was
yeah.
so much
They did
money.
$1 million one the year after that too.
That's
Yeah,
a
bro,
lot.
I know, bro. All the traction it got, bro. It was so. I'm gonna be honest. That was so hype, bro. That tournament back in Prime Fortnite. That was something else, bro. This game could be that. Just I don't know. They
And
need
those
a lot
prize
of
pools
bro.
force people to get so good
Mhm.
at that game. The skill ceiling in that game
It's so
went
high.
from 10 to 100 in a matter of 6 months. And to be frank,
Everybody's good.
the skill ceiling, I think the skill ceiling in this game is a lot higher than what's been tapped. I think this game could get way more competitive than it is. There's just no basis for it to happen. Because to be frank, I've played against a lot of these people, and I know a lot of them don't take rank seriously. But the level that a lot of the people that get paid by organizations to play this game is not the same level as some people who have put in thousands of hours to go pro in their respective game. It's just frankly not.
Right.
And I think this game has a potential to reach a new height in terms of enjoyability. Hi, honey. Enjoyability and skill level, but it's not gonna happen if they don't start taking it serious. And we have a new guest.
Nice little cameo.
Yep.
So
I think
cute.
she's picking her
I
nose.
know we're depressed. We're depressed thinking about Rivals right now. But somebody in my chat brought up a nice point. Is we do got to shout out Rivals for being alive at all. I mean, I feel like for the last 8 years, there's just been no games coming out that last more than 5 or 6 months.
100%. And that was
the fact that Rivals is even still existing is kind of impressive. I think it's just the era of gaming we're in. It's just games are so much easier for us to download and make new games, and there's tons of indie developers on Steam able to just they basically Steam is their publisher, so it's just more accessible than ever. We're in kind of a golden age of choice for gaming, but it's really tough for new mainstream games to break out. And I think Rivals, in spite of that, has managed to kind of edge its way into one of a long lasting game, which I'm happy about.
It has built.
Oh yeah, no, without a doubt. I mean, okay, the thing with me, I didn't actually come from Overwatch. I mean, I used to play Overwatch, but no, I played Marvel Rivals was because it's Marvel. I love anything that's Marvel related. It's the reason why I got into Marvel Rivals.
Yeah, it's I think people do come to expect a lot from games and almost think they're entitled to it, and that's not my goal with bringing it up. I just I think you're right, and Rivals does have staying power, and it's built a nice niche, even though it's not the biggest game in the world anymore. I don't think that matters too much at the end of the day. It would just be nice to see that the people that are dedicated to wanting to keep it alive and keep the community. Because like, as far as maybe it's just because I'm stuck in a TikTok bubble of Rivals content, but I don't think there's a lot of communities like this one that are just like so hyper active about like all the little things that happen in the game and are so passionate about that. I just think that the passion needs to be spread out more from Rivals themselves. And to reference what Flounder said about the prize pools and like the game skill ceiling needing to be higher, I agree. I just think Rivals needs to stop stretching themselves so thin and pick a lane here, because we have the whole competitive side and then we have the casual side, and the casuals will care a lot more about watching someone like Xotaic's content and just having a laugh and having fun because it's Marvel. And it's like I'm curious as to like how they're gonna try and balance making the game competitive enough for people to care about watching the tournaments for the prize money, and still catering to the casual streamers, the ranked players, and the people that watch it.
Yeah.
I have a tinfoil hat theory. I think the first year of Rivals, or like the first like 1.5, whatever, it's intentionally going to be like dog shit balancing, and they're working on like the social aspect behind the scenes, like the Krakoa Beach, like the Manhattans, and then maybe they're adding some future game modes too for that social aspect. So, and then they're going to balance afterwards. Yeah. I think that's the approach they're going. Well, at least what I'm hoping they're doing, because Overwatch has like a way better like social aspect, like the custom games. Like, think of your Doomfist parkours, your Mercy parkour. That's like a really fun thing to do on the side, like that anybody could do. Like, you can just hang out with your friends, you can chill, and it's like not even considering any of the balancing. Rivals need something like that, where you could just kind of play with your friends for fun without worrying about all that.
Yeah, the whole custom game ecosystem on Overwatch, I feel like low-key kept it going through all the dark years. It's like you still hop on Overwatch and or you could still see a clip. Even when Overwatch was out of social media's like algorithmic eye, I still was seeing clips of like going into random runes and being like, you know, like making funny voices, like people just doing ridiculous shit, like you know, on Overwatch. So I definitely think that you're right. That like adding that stuff could be huge for.
A workshop would be so great for content creators specifically. Yes. I think like I was going to read this comment. I was going to take the first comment from the chat today. Someone said, why can't we have both in terms of hyper balance, hyper professional, and appeal to the casuals? I think like if there was something like a workshop for content creators to make custom maps and do more community based stuff like that, you could 100% focus on hyper balancing the game for competitive purpose when you have a whole nother avenue of creativity for people to use. I really hope that's something they're working on behind the scenes.
Me too.
Yeah, I agree. And I think another thing, the the optimization for this game, that's something that's a big issue.
That's a hot topic for sure.
I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It's bad. It's bad, man.
It's still poorly optimized. Like, it's not even a joke.
It's bad.
I think it might be worse than when the game came out.
Yo,
it's definitely bloated.
Yeah.
It's definitely bloated up quite a bit.
One of my biggest videos I made was about when they banned the configs, officially stopped, made their stance clear on configs, and I wonder if this is just a casual player thing, but some of them. The most hate I've ever gotten in a comment section was on that video, and it was people telling me, bro, you have 250 FPS, what are you complaining about? Like, because it went from 400 to 200 from whatever I was using. And it's like, if you put it in the perspective of someone that's trying to play on an $800 PC versus a $3,500 PC, the game is not accessible. There's no avenue for them. Like, there's no way to grow the game when you can't run it. Like,
you're gonna be running on like 10 frames per minute, bro.
How is it on consoles? Like, does it run on console? Because I feel like the console player base is like huge at this point compared to PC. No, or is that?
That's what's impressive.
They gotta let PS4 go, bro. I'm sorry. PS4, it's holding. It's holding it back.
Yeah, but that's what's confused me. How did they
make meme you posted Xotaic when they first announced PS4 support? It was like, this is PS4 gameplay, and it was just like the most low res, terrible whole clip ever.
How they even
Strange
managed
portals
to get
nuke
it
the
to?
lobby.
How do they even manage to get it work on PlayStation 4, but they can't optimize the PC build better? Blows my mind.
That's what
Like,
I'm
and it
saying.
runs great
I
on
don't know.
PS5. It
think
runs
it's
great.
no. I think it's because like on console it's like way easier to optimize compared to PC. That's why.
Well,
It's like much easier.
Is it just because they don't have to balance and test around different environments? It's
Yeah,
like,
no.
It's standardized,
It's like,
right?
Oh, yeah, that makes
it's like
sense.
straightforward compared to PC. That's why.
Just have it on
Little-
mobile, bro.
Little fun fact, but I try to do it like a viewer game. I did the 18 versus 18 with the new map. You can't
God.
have a PS4 in that. Like it just doesn't let you start the
Oh
game.
yeah, of
It
course.
doesn't let you start the game.
Yeah, that's
That's
a fire
ridiculous.
hazard.
Wait, it doesn't even let you queue up the game mode?
No, it doesn't
No,
let you start it.
That's
It gives you a
That's
warning.
actually
It gives,
hilarious.
it gives you a warning like you cannot start the game.
Warning: you cannot start this. It will explode your PlayStation.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, it's gonna be like,
an insurance claim.
Wait, it gave them the warning, or it gave you the lobby leader the warning? It wouldn't even let you like start it.
Yeah, I guess they wouldn't let me start it. Like it
Oh
just
my
like,
god!
it give a notification. Oh, user has PS4 or something. You can't start.
How are you gonna get a warning for trying to play a game but on a console? You should be in fear to play it 18v18.
Oh my god!
I think it's like it's like a nice way of just calling you broke basically if you still own a PS4. It's so mean, but that's the
PS4 is what
truth,
I used
bro.
to play COD on in 2019.
Yes,
Yeah.
bro.
I mean, yeah, I understand, bro. I used to play GTA 5 on my PS4. I used to have like 10,000 hours on that game alone.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
bro.
it's
Like
Oh.
it's gotta go.
we could
PS4,
sit here for
I love you.
yeah.
And your
Yeah,
time
but
is
no,
coming.
but no.
I know it's kinda off topic-
Just
off
throw it in the
topic, too.
garbage. Throw it in the
I know it's
garbage.
kind of off topic too, but the game I'm really excited for coming out this year, that I think could actually blow up and start a new avenue for content in general is Gears of
You
War
Call of
E-Day.
Duty game?
Nope,
Oh,
Gears of War.
E-Day. Oh yeah, no, bro,
E-Day
no.
comes
I've
out
been
towards the end of this
anticipating for
year.
this.
I don't know how many of you
I've been
guys
anticipating for Gears
played
of War
Gears of
E-Day.
War in the
I'm
past.
just excited for Gears of War.
I think that's before
Mhm.
my time.
It's before a lot of people's time that play Rivals, to be honest with you, and hero shooters in general.
Yeah.
But they're completely optimizing and changing the way the game works. So I think Gears of War actually could be really huge.
Oh
we'll
yeah,
see.
no. Because because here's the thing, Gears 5 completely killed off like the franchise because it was so ass. And
It was that bad.
no. Like, okay, listen. So what they did basically with the campaign is like they inserted the character with horrible writing. That's why the game was so ass.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They should have switched gears. If you guys know what I mean, they should have switched.
Yeah,
gears.
exactly,
bro.
bro.
Yeah. Wrap it up, Unk.
Gears keep
All
turning.
right.
Gears keep turning.
And on that note,
And on that note, Gears of War is over. And on that note, Gears of War is
My bad,
over.
I killed the topic.
This
Just
guy-
put the cap in the bag, buddy.
Yeah, legit. Put the S tier character in the bag, please. Thank you.
Yeah,
Yes.
Sentry, the best in slot slopper.
Yeah, legit.
That's the meta.
BIS
Sentry,
slopper.
the new character.
Oh,
Sentry, the new Rivals character.
you know, since we're just so good at segues and we're talking about best in slot, we might as well move to another group question. What do you guys think about Hulk in the current season? Do you guys like it? What do you feel like?
Hulk, bro, he's perfectly fine.
I love Hulk. I've loved Hulk since
Yeah.
season 0. Hulk is always the best. He's always been the best, and I'll fight it to the day I die. I don't care, bro.
You'll
Like,
be
even in
blazed.
season 5, when
You'll be
everyone was
blazed.
like, Hulk sucks. If you
You'll
play
be
Hulk, you
blazed.
suck. If you play Hulk,
Listen.
you're throwing. I said, fuck you, I'm playing Hulk.
I can't be
Sorry.
Greg.
Blaze,
He's
Greg.
too wholesome.
Listen,
How am I supposed
I
to be
remember
Greg
those
when I'm
days.
getting pooped on by Thing and Emma Frost and Devil Dinosaur? I
You
can't
find a
do it.
way.
Yeah.
Nah, sometimes I
like
swap.
tonight,
Sometimes I
big
swap. I
red
do swap
dinosaur,
sometimes. but
yuck.
He's, I don't know.
I'm not gonna lie. Giving Hulk 2 claps and basically like a reduced cooldown on his shield was the best thing they ever did. They made
That's
Hulk
crazy.
work against the meta basically.
Mhm.
That's why I love Hulk so much.
I
now.
do think
This is
he's very
true.
strong because of that. Like, the thing is, it's just not as flashy. Like, I feel like most of the time when you think of Hulk, you think of like going for flanks or getting really clean dives off. But with those changes, with the bubbles and the claps, like just sitting main and
You can
brawling,
frontline with
your
Hulk
ult charge
if you do that.
generation is wild. Like,
You
because
can
you're just
frontline with
clapping.
Hulk if you
Yeah,
have that.
exactly. You just bubble, get more cooldowns, bubble, and then like you have your ult, and then you just like push back.
Oh
line.
No.
It's
I would
so-
no. I will.
such a
I will
simple
admit
game loop.
he's actually an ult merchant, but then again, his ult can be countered very easily. So I can see why it's like that.
True.
What do you think,
Yeah,
Xotaic? Do you
I don't-
care?
I
Oh,
don't-
sorry. You already started talking. I mean, my apologies. Flounder, go first.
Go on.
No, Flounder, you go.
I don't think he's in the worst spot he's ever been, but I certainly don't think he's in the best either. I think what's making, for me personally, because there's either one or two things in like every game when you get to the higher ranks. It's whatever gets open, Cyclops or Star-Lord. One or the other
Yeah.
is gonna be in your game.
Oh my god. Don't even get me
And
started on
they're
that.
gonna
Don't
pair that
get
with
him started.
another. They're gonna pair that with probably Cap, and that exactly I think was what makes Hulk pretty strong right now in that regard. Is because Cyclops, Star-Lord, Cap, all those characters actually struggle against a good Hulk that knows how to play his
Yeah.
body.
Yeah, the air
But
grab.
a lot of the characters that are like commonplace swap characters that everyone knows how to play, Hulk is just absolutely terrible into right now.
Punisher shotgun.
Oh, that's
Punisher-
that's my
Punisher-
that's my
I've
niche.
literally been
Phoenix.
banning Punisher, by the way, like any
Mhm.
chance I
Same
get,
here.
every game.
Oh, so it's you
He's-
doing it to me.
Bucky,
He's
Emma.
just like the one character that I actually feel like I have to swap to Mag. Some like he's
Oh, yeah, no,
it's
no,
just
no,
like
no,
if a Punisher follows you around, if he decides, you know what, fuck this Hulk. It's completely up to him if I get to play the game or not.
I decide that
no,
every
no, no.
game.
I'm not gonna lie. I've been saying this for a while. His shotgun needs to get like nerfed. Like I'm not saying the damage should get nerfed.
Whoa.
It's the bullets.
Don't piss me
I have
off.
a capacity.
Listen,
No,
I know you're a
I-
Punisher
bro,
connoisseur. Your
I-
character's busted. I'm sorry.
Bro,
Your character has to
No,
go.
he's not. Listen.
He has to go. His shotgun has cannonballs.
Yeah.
No. Punisher and Phoenix, they have to go.
They have
And
to
Starlight
go.
as well, of course, and
Sorry.
Cyclops.
Bro.
But yeah, they have to go, bro.
His
There's so
shotgun's one of the most broken
There's just too
mechanics
many
in the game, bro.
God poke characters right
because
now.
That's
No,
what. That's
because
my
let's
only
be
point.
real,
You
let's
can
be
take
real.
my character out back and execute him once you deal with Cyclops, Star-Lord, Jean, everything else. Literally everything else. Then you can
Yeah.
take Punisher out
but
back and you can
everything else.
amputate him. Like, it's fine. But
Punisher is basically the best anti-dive character with a shotgun. Like he could shred a Venom, a Hulk.
I
Like, even
disagree
though
with
it's
the
still a
anti-dive
dinosaur.
in general. I think he's anti-dive tank. I think a lot of the dive DPS have enough
Oh
utility
yeah, no.
to make him useless.
It really depends because here's the thing. I've seen a video about a magic ulting and she gets one tapped by a Punisher shotgun.
Oh,
No,
is
that's
that?
fucking
What's
disrespectful.
that?
That's crazy.
That might have been
that's
me.
Magic is S tier, so let's not get it twisted. Magic is S tier. Squirrel Girl's
Oh,
yeah,
Kimbaru's in the
She's
chat. You're gonna get him
strong,
mad.
she's
He's
strong, but she's very strong.
I
but
will
dude,
say, I feel like the last couple days I've been seeing a lot more Magic players. Is that just me?
Oh,
I
and
don't know.
Davy Cooks. We got two Magic mains in the chat, all typing question marks and who.
I'm sorry, Davy Cooks.
Davy Cooks just spat out his water.
I really feel like I've seen tons of Magic players the past few days, and they've been like
Yes,
dominating.
yes.
I don't know if it's like a trend or
Yeah.
something, but
Yeah.
no. Her damage is still good. Yeah, and her damage is still insane, and she has like a lot of overshield, basically. Yeah, Magic is basically like a really good dive right now after those nerfs between Black Cat and Daredevil.
Yes.
yeah.
This season in particular for Hulk balance in particular, for me it's a little hard to tell because I unhid my name. I'm trying to learn other heroes.
Mhm.
Like I've been trying to learn Venom and all that.
Mhm.
Yeah,
But right now he does feel playable in some situations, but like if they have like Dino, Emma, triple support, it's it's impossible.
Yeah,
You cannot
yeah.
you can't do anything. Even even against like a Punisher, Bucky, sometimes you'll get some value like in between, like if you have a diver. But if you're alone, it's impossible, I think.
But the
Oh
thing
yeah,
for
no.
me is there's also-
I was about to say with Hulk, it's better if you dive with your divers because like you can
Mhm.
support them with your bubbles and finish off the kills. Like no. You know what's funny? Every single Hulk main knows that like they steal their finals. Like they just jump out of nowhere and just take their final with one punch and then that's it. We always do that, especially me. Especially me. No, like okay, listen. Here's the thing. My buddy Dork, who was on Fantastic, this dude got so many kills, but most of his kills were stolen by me because of the finals. Shout out to him though. He's a really good Fantastic player, and
Yeah.
basically like a really good flex player in general.
I don't know about you guys, but sorry, go ahead.
No, my bad. No, I was gonna say a nothing burger. No, you're good.
Okay. So I picked up Hulk pretty late. Like season 2.5 is when I really started playing him. And back then, like same as FPSFlounder, I was watching a bunch of Monster. But he plays a little differently than what I do now because nowadays I try to mimic like Cart. So, but like there's like a big shift in like how I played, but like the effect has been like pretty great too, because nowadays if I have a diver, I'll just permanently go with them. But before I'll just sit like main and try to farm ult as fast as possible.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I think Hulk
Speaking,
is.
yeah,
If you can
speaking
coordinate
about
with a
Monster,
diver,
about
it's so
that
good
guy,
for sure.
Yeah, no, speaking about Monster, I would say Monster is like by far like the most aggressive Hulk player. Like this guy will go in their back line and get a kill and then somehow survive. Like he's insane. Like he's really insane with aggressive plays.
Did I mention
Monster.
that's my other ult account too? Monster Cart Lover.
Yeah,
Those are all my ult accounts.
He just doesn't stream those games to stay humble.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Bro. I gotta
Right.
keep it under wraps, bro.
But to be frank, I don't think Hulk is anywhere near being meta right now. Because I've
Oh
been
no, he's
testing
not
this
meta.
theory
He's
because
just
there's been people
perfectly
disagreeing with
balanced.
me, and to
Yeah.
test
He's just
that theory,
balanced.
I made an account where I only play like meta slop DPS, and it's been 300 elo higher than my main account all season. So
Yeah.
I think that's more of just DPS though. I think
Oh, yeah,
DPS
go ahead.
is so strong right now, bro.
It is
It's just the most
I
impactful.
I
that was
disagree
my
with you.
that was my I actually didn't check my phone yet. I posted the video earlier today right before I went live. I don't know if it got eviscerated or not, but I was basically weighing in on like Cap is S tier debate, and my point is that think about how strong DPSs are right now. Like we were just talking about all the poke slop. Like they are so strong, and a lot of them have tools to easily 1v1 DPS divers. So you can't even really count. Like how do you kill a Phoenix or a Cyclops that could just blink away, be so far away instantly, stun you, and just insta-kill you with hit scan? It's like impossible. The only people who can dive them are dive tanks, and like Venom and Cap are like the only ones who are strong enough to actually survive by themselves if they go in and out.
Yep.
Like Hulk going in by himself, like you're gonna get
But that's
stunned
not
and
good.
fried. You're gonna get micro stunned by Hela, then micro stunned by Phoenix, then you're dead. But like Venom
Yeah.
and Cap are the only ones, and you can't just not press these hit scan demons. You have to do something, otherwise they're gonna sit there firing for free. And that's, in my opinion, why Venom and Cap are so good right now, because they're the only ones that can answer and constantly pressure these ridiculous hit scan characters that have to be pressured, or the game's
Then
gonna
again,
just get rolled.
You know.
That's my
Then again,
take.
I do
That's my
agree
take.
with you.
Yeah, I agree.
I do agree with you on this thing, but like I promise you, bro, there's so many counters to like Captain America though, like a lot.
That's why he's such a low elo, bro.
Yeah, no. He's. I see tryhard players looking really good on high elo, but like if you want to play Cap like in low elo, it's like go all the way to diamond. It's impossible. You cannot play with Cap. It's impossible.
I think people debating it that Cap and Venom are so good that they are actually reflects more on how well balanced the tank role is right now in general. I really don't think it's that bad. I think once they deal with the quote unquote poke slot, I hate that term to be honest, but once Phoenix and Cyclops and those characters are turned down, I think characters like Hulk and whatnot will be able to shine.
Yeah.
In my opinion, if you can consistently dominate lobbies in any rank with a character that does not require tracking, it's poke slop. It's slop. You don't even have to
agree, but the reason
it's not even a close question. It's like it's not like okay, it's not even like a close question. Like here's the thing. You could literally two-tap someone from far away with a poke slop character, while with a melee character, you have to get in their faces to even do damage. Like, it's crazy.
Yes, bro.
The reason I meant like I don't like the term poke slop as an aim character player. Okay, this is the only reason I say this. It's not the inherent skill of aiming is somehow less skillful than everything else. It's the fact that the best characters in the game are so ridiculously over-kitted to make up for the fact that nobody else would play them because they're not as engaging as like a dive character. Like they just don't have as much like depth to them unless you pound them. Yeah, unless that's something you enjoy. I play Punisher. Punisher's the only character. He's like the most simple character ever. Some people just like simple. And that's me. Like I enjoy that. So like, but if they tune down a character like Phoenix too much, nobody is going to touch her ever again. She is so boring. She's like
Well, that also brings us back to the conversation about like balancing for casual versus competitive, which I think is the reason why these issues even exist. Because like right now, like you could balance Phoenix for like a gold player or something, and maybe she's balanced right now. She has tools to deal with dive. She doesn't have to hit every shot. But like as you climb the ranks and you get to people who are actually really mechanically good at aiming, it just becomes like there's no counterplay because they have these
Oh,
tools in
yeah,
their
of
kit
course.
to
No.
give them more chances.
Mhm.
But that's more than enough chances than a good aimer needs to kill
Yes.
all of you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's really tough. They need to like make up their mind what they're balancing for, low key. I
And,
feel like
and the
they're
problem
always
is when
like
That's
the patch notes
exactly
are
my
always like
point.
they're caught between like, do we balance for casual? Do we, and like it seems like there's motivation for both in their patch. Like you can look at a patch note and pinpoint patch notes where you're like, this looks very pro targeted, this looks very casual targeted, and it's just like, how are we balancing for both is sometimes a weird thing that I think about.
100%. It's like that's why I really like the idea of the. I think the better game would be one that is balanced to be competitive. It's still going to be inherently fun. There's still going to be simpler characters that are better for newer players in general, and it doesn't matter if they make the support roster weaker. They finally take Phoenix out back. They don't drop Cyclops the way they dropped him. And Gambit. Oh, I'm not even gonna go there. But
Oh no! Those nerfs did nothing to him.
no, it's because they're
Those nerfs
nerfing him
still
the
has
wrong
this
way.
whole
They don't. I feel like they must know the problem with the character and are just choosing to ignore it. But
Yeah, no. Oh,
by the way.
there's no way they just gave you a slap in the wrist. All they said was, "Oh, he's a little bit slower now." That's it, bro. Because like, no. Here's the thing. I play Thor, by the way, dude. His ult combo with Gambit could just shred support ults. It's and you're so fast with it too. It's ridiculous.
Dude,
I think they just need to
That's
take
why he's
away.
still permaban no matter what.
They just need to take away the ult generation from Gambit because once you have multiple forms of ult generation increase, then it becomes very easy for it to get out of
Oh my
control
god!
with
no,
like
oh
Gambit
my
amping
God,
up,
no, I
Capel
remember.
amping up Gambit. I think Cap should be the only one who affects ult generation at all in the game because thematically he's like the symbol of freedom. Like it makes sense.
Literally
That's
inspires
Why
the
is
team.
Gambit? Why is Gambit also doing it? Because then it enables Gambit, Loki, Cap for triple cycling, and it's such a toxic,
Dude,
weird
yeah.
game loop
Dude,
that they need to
oh
not
God.
allow.
It's
That's my
like
opinion.
okay, no. Back then, from like when Gambit got released, the whole game was this: whoever had the Gambit ult first wins the entire game, no matter what. That's how it worked, and it was. Oh, dude,
still is
I
that
got
way,
so pissy.
kinda.
I was mad about that.
Yeah,
It
it's
was
pretty
bad.
much.
Do
It's kind of same
anything.
like that.
Yeah.
It's still like that, bro.
Yeah.
8
Low-key.
months
Oh
later,
my
man.
god, yeah.
The team that gets it first snowballs, and it's really hard to stop that snowball.
1,000.
bro.
Gambit's just weird because his base kit's really good, and then his ult is just game winning. It's
Yeah.
kind of like
Exactly. Yes.
Where's the downside?
He has
Yeah.
too much of everything. You have a cleanse, you have anti-heal, damage, omnidirectional movement on 2
His
charges, healing enhancement on the cards,
by the way.
and
Why
the
are we
best ult in the
making
game.
Gambit Thanos though. Who decided to make Gambit Thanos? All right, let's give him the time stone, the power stone.
Yeah.
Let's add in the space stone. Like why?
And his base
why?
kit is
Remember-
actually very unique too. Like, but
It is,
it's just not
You gotta
balanced.
I
remember
think-
that support strike too.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Pick rate
right.
down,
Oh my-
support
oh my-
down.
Support strike, bro.
okay, I'll
That shit
stand
was
on it.
so,
I
like,
think
immature.
the support star was. I think that was fake. I specifically remember it was just one guy.
no, it was
on
AI
Twitter.
generated. Of course, it's fake.
It was
The
probably-
It was
second
just
one.
one guy on Twitter, and he was
generated.
promoting his music on Twitter. And that's it. Like there was just one dude.
Yeah,
one
yeah,
dude.
no, it's
Wait, really? I didn't
Yeah,
know
the
that.
second-
It was
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I
Wait,
kind of said that as a
wait, hold
troll,
on.
but there was a lot of supports that the pick rates were going down a lot because they just weren't useful. So they just decided to start adding characters that were basically Doctor Doom and Thanos.
The first support strike was very real.
Supports
Yes.
are
but-
useful or useless. Bro, like
Yes.
supports are so overtuned on my like some, not all, but yeah, like Cloak and Dagger's bubble alone, bro, it's so frustrating. Like just like punching like her, and it does like no like. My fists are like pillows basically when I'm punching Dagger when she has her
Yeah.
bubble.
Okay, what do you
Strongest
guys?
character in the game, by the way, Hulk, bro. Can't even beat CND in a 1v1.
What's up?
What do you guys think of? What do you guys think of making Gambit's ult like more like Ana from Overwatch? Just
Yep.
fully like boost one person instead of the entire team.
Oh,
One
someone
person?
said it. Yes.
Okay.
That could be yeah, that could be good. I mean, they might get flack
That
for
can-
copying Overwatch. Probably would be the only negative to it. Is people
Who
be like,
cares,
"Ooh,
bro?
Oh,
Who
yeah, no,
cares?
and then I'm
No,
yeah,
no,
and then
no,
my
no,
response would be
no.
like, bro, we copied the whole game, dog.
Yeah.
No,
It's
I
not
was
like
about
we're
to say,
trying to
so
hide
that's-
it.
That's actually like really smart. However, the like all recharge should be fast if it's only for one person. It can be like slow.
It's already
like the others.
fast. I don't think.
I mean, yeah,
If,
that's true,
if you give your Punisher, it would be like Rocket Ult that you spawn on top of someone. Like it literally.
Oh my god, no, dude, no.
pretty
Rocket
much,
is
it's
actually
on-
really good right now.
Rocket's
many people
broken.
are actually are like downing him. He's so good right
Honestly,
now, Rocket.
I
He
feel
is
like
so
Gambit would still be strong though, even
Oh,
if it
he
was a single
would.
person,
I
because think about like right now the use case, like the team that wins with Gambit ult, it's not about the whole team running you over. It's usually about that one DPS ult pairing with it that's
You're
impossible
right.
to stop.
Oh
So,
yeah,
like,
Punisher ult.
If we still
Punisher
basically Punisher and Star-Lord are the big ones, like. But
Yeah.
so if we had the single target, I feel like it might be a little better, but it might still be permaban because you would still just have that
I think
combo
he needs-
available, and
Yeah.
he
If
will
you
just be
have no
abusing that.
Magneto, you're cooked.
I think he
If
needs
you
to
have
have
no
no healing
mag in your
on
pocket,
the
you're
ult.
cooked. You're basically cooked.
You want, yeah, that's what the nano boost would do if they did it. Like it wouldn't have healing, right? And it would just be like a 800% damage boost, but you can't.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
so it's still broken because, like, once again, whoever gets it off first, it's wraps.
It's
done
basically
dreams.
winning
No one's
the team
surviving.
fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's still broken. It's just the kit, bro. Like no matter how you make it, bro. Like
Mm-hmm.
if they made it right now with healing and they just like remove the healing, I think it would be a lot worse. But like I don't think they're gonna do that. I think they would do like a compensation buff, like make it have no healing.
Yeah.
but
They're
damage.
probably they'll probably gonna give like a Gambit like a like another like random micro nerf. I was about to say buff. I was like, oh no.
Okay, I think the only saving grace for Rivals is that they have a ban system. I don't know if you guys play Overwatch. In 2018, when they released Brig, the game was just dead. Like it completely shifted how the game was played fundamentally, how it was watched. It was probably the worst character release in any game of all time.
And you couldn't ban it.
And you couldn't ban it, exactly.
me and Flounder reviewed some old gameplay like 2 weeks ago. That was bad. That was so bad.
By the way, guys, not to interrupt, I do have to. I have to lay
that-
my baby
I
down in
wish
about
no one
5
would
minutes. So
Yeah,
Oh,
I was
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
say
No
it's
problem.
getting towards the end of
Yeah.
my time too.
We're about to
I don't know
wrap
if we want to
up.
do like a little conclusion
all
round of questions or something.
Yeah, I was just gonna wait for everyone to get their thoughts out there, and I was gonna move to the only last group question I had, which is gonna be really quick. It's a wholesome, like, sweet question, and I'm gonna take a few questions from either my chat, Sentry's chat, Greg's chat, wherever you want. I don't mind.
All right.
We just wrote down what Hulk skin do you guys want to see anytime soon?
I love this question, man.
Ooh, that's a really good question. All right.
I'll go first with mine if you want. I've been saying
Actually,
this for a while.
no, Greg, you go first. Greg, you go first.
My bad.
No. You go first. You go first.
I was gonna say, I mean, mine's very like not inspired because like I'm kind of a normie. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not like a Marvel super fan who knows a lot of trivia. I'm just like the game and like the MCU. What I would love for Hulk is I want a color picker. You just like you get a palette and you could literally pre-save like any color you want. And just like have that saved as like a random costume rotation, like literally full on hexadecimal, like you would see online to get the exact shade, and everyone could have their own unique shade, and that's what I would love. Like neon pink Hulk, I don't know, some shit. You know, I would just pick goofy goofy colors, and have a good time with it. That's what I've always wanted.
That'd be cool.
That would be
Yeah.
really cool
I
because he
think
has
they
a lot
need
of
to add
options.
Clue. I think they need to add Clue as the legendary, the next legendary
Yes.
Hulk skin.
Ooh, no.
Yeah.
For me, the next legendary Hulk skin I would think that goes so hard are who here has like read the Infernal Hulk comics like recently.
I have.
Infernal Hulk.
I knew you were gonna say that, bro.
Dude,
Infernal
no. I love seeing Hulk with long hair. That shit goes so hard with him.
It is tough.
Like the Fractured Sun from 2023, that fucking comic book series with his long hair, tough, dude. That shit is really tough.
Very tough.
I just think Clue. I do think that would be tough. I just think Clue would be very easy for them.
Oh yeah,
to
no,
make
of course,
legendary.
it would be
Because the
easy. Yeah,
sound
no.
effects,
Infernal
They wouldn't
Hulk
have
would
to
be
make anything
impossible
up.
to make.
It's already right there. They could design the exact him from the cartoon or the comic, and literally all the sound effects are already in the show. Like it would be so easy.
Exactly.
Just
Yeah,
copy it.
exactly.
And
I'm
it
just
would look
looking
badass.
it up. Is that Black Hulk with like the red on it?
It's Sad Hulk, yeah. Clue, KLU.
Oh yeah, I see that.
It's when he gets so angry that he gets sad, and he becomes the next version worse than Hulk. It's called Clue.
Yes.
Whoa, that's
He's
I just was
basically-
googling it myself. He looks
Yeah,
sick.
that does look sick.
He's
Oh my
basically
God.
Hulk's Hulk, basically. Like
He has a white
transformed
mohawk?
into Claw.
Black Hulk with white mohawk? That's fucking.
Yeah, no, it's pretty
It
cool.
looks
I know.
badass too. Yeah.
Yeah.
For me,
It'd
do
be
y'all
some
know
crazy
about
voice
Weapon
lines
H
of that
Hulk?
too.
Weapon H
About
Hulk.
what?
That would be Weapon
Weapon
H.
H.
Weapon
Oh,
H.
with the
my
claws?
Good picks. Yes.
That one,
bro.
yes.
I
Oh,
mean,
that's
He has
love
tough.
that in the
claws? He
game.
has claws?
Oh
Yeah,
hell
Yes, he
it's
no!
does.
badass.
Yes,
Oh
he
hell
does.
no!
What?
This looks ridiculous.
It's so
That's
Look it
nightmare
up.
inducing, bro.
Mm-hmm.
What the
it's so
hell?
like in Wolverine and Hulk mixed together. He has like red eyes, spikes on him, like the big claws, bro. That's
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
one of my favorites. I would love
He's
that
so
skin.
fucking powerful.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say Hulkbuster. It's like a super
Yes.
simple one.
Oh,
Yes.
Hulkbuster, yeah, that can work actually. Yeah, that can actually
Yes.
work.
Yeah, when
I
you
can see that
instead of
happening.
turning into
Did y'all
Hulk, you
see
just
that,
put
like,
on the the armor. That'd be sick.
Exactly.
Exactly.
That would be sick.
Did y'all see the concept for that? I don't know if y'all saw it.
Yes,
Someone
yes,
had, like,
it was so awesome. Yeah, the shit was sick.
It was
But we
really
all know the
crazy.
most likely thing that's gonna happen is that they're gonna make She-Hulk and it's gonna be Gooners.
Oh, no,
That-
count me
I
in.
mean,
I'll take it.
Count me in. Count me in.
All of us are buying that.
You know that's the most likely scenario for the next legendary.
I would pay $40 for it, bro. I'm not even playing.
That would
That's
low-key be pay to
shameless.
win. That would be pay to win.
Exactly. A smaller Hulk hitbox.
I don't think they'll do that.
That would be
No,
pay
I
to
think,
win. You're right.
she'll be like Giga Hulked out. It'll just be wide.
Oh yeah. No. There is there is actually like a She-Hulk version, like in like one of the comics that like she's like as big as Hulk. It's in the Immortal Hulk comics. She's fucking huge in that one.
I'm not a comic geek, so I do not know that.
I
Unfortunately,
am. I mean, you can tell by my appearance. I read the comics.
Okay. Well, glad we got that out of you guys. I'm sure the chat's been itching to ask a couple of questions. I've been ignoring a few, unfortunately, just to keep the flow of things going. But if anyone has any questions for anyone on the board right now, now would be the time to ask them from either chat here.
Mm-hmm.
I have no chat. I'm
Oh,
on
yeah.
my phone, gang. So yeah.
I found one. Hold on. Let me go
On the
back to
mobile
the.
right now.
Let me jump back to this. Someone said from Native ZK says thoughts on solo tanking in Holt. Some say solo tanking is not a big deal. Some say it's awful. That's what they're curious about.
Purgatory. It's bad. It's bad.
It's hell.
I think it's more of an issue for your team. It's more a question for your team than you, in my opinion. Because I personally, like, when I'm solo tanking, I would prefer to be on Hulk over anything else because at least I have like the agency to get myself out of. Like, if you're playing Mag and they just want to run at you with Emma Dino, what the fuck are you doing? Nothing. You're just dead. They just grab me. At least Hulk, I can run away and protect myself. But then if I'm solo tanking, I'm leaving my team without a front line, and they need to know how to play against, like, with cover and like be a little bit more self-sufficient. So that's whenever people are like, "Oh, are you okay solo tanking?"
Can I say something about solo tanking as well?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's the thing. And then the triple DPS is gonna be like, "Where's my heals, buddy? Your healers have to pump up your solo tank. Like, what do you expect? What do you expect? Like, come on.
True. Right? I agree.
Where's my heals? Where's my heals? Like, bro, come on.
I think if you're gonna solo tank, people are always like, "Oh, you got to play Mag or Strange." I don't think that makes sense. I think playing like a dive or a pseudo dive tank like Hulk makes the most sense because if your team knows how to play around it, you can make it work. But if you're solo tanking on a shield tank, all the other enemy team has to do is make one swap and you just lose. I think Hulk is one of the only tanks that can solo tank successfully.
A single Emma grab.
I agree. I agree with Flounder.
Yes, Flounder. Absolutely right.
Yes, gang.
I mean, in this meta, I feel like it's just. I agree with you guys. Like, if your team works with you, but like, I don't know. In this meta, quote unquote, another poke meta. What are you doing on F tier Hulk against tier Phoenix, Punisher, Star-Lord, and Cyclops?
Emma Frost.
The only thing you could do is go waste their time, but Venom and Cap are the only ones who can do that and live. Actually, Chad was saying, Chad was saying Angela too. What do you guys think about Angela? Angela's been flying under the radar, no pun intended. But after the recent buffs, I feel like she could be in the same exact conversation as Cap.
I don't even think she needed a buff. I think she was just weak into that meta.
Yeah.
It
was just Dino. Yeah, it was a Dino season. So, that's it.
A triple buff is just more proof they don't know what they're doing.
Small thing with Angela.
The thing is,
Sorry, Xotaic, what
You
you
know,
say?
no. The thing is, like, what I do the most on Hulk that actually works is, dude, like, I'm not even playing, bro. Every single time in ranked, 4 people would be chasing me, and then my entire team has all the space to just like go like kill their supports. And the thing is, with Hulk, you can just like escape a lot of things with your jumping if you know how to use it, like especially with B hopping. Like, it's so funny. Like, dude, one time I had like a Bucky and a Star Lord and a Devil Dinosaur. They were all chasing me, right? And then both their supports got absolutely demolished by the divers. Because with Hulk, he's such like a rage bait character, especially with the air grab. He's such a rage bait character. It's so funny.
For sure.
100%.
Nothing pisses someone off more than a double exile Hulk juggle.
Exactly. Fucking
Yeah.
juggle off the
Them
map.
too, bro,
I
like a
juggle off the
flare,
map.
man.
I love
Yeah.
doing that to Dino.
Same.
Not the juggle part, but just double like Dino ults. I double exile him, dive his backline, and it's just like he's sitting there AFK for 5.5 seconds, and I'm
My
killing
phone's
his whole
about to die. I
backline.
have to go charge it.
Free eats on a Tuesday afternoon, bro.
Small thing about Angela though, they changed how like the air stuns work. So like before, if a Hulk jumped into an Angela charge, they would both fall on the ground. But now the Angela just will win no matter what. Like she will always
that
grab
real?
Hulk. Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Happened twice to me, and I got like pulled off the map because of it.
Have you tested it a
Yep,
little bit
Really?
more
you can
in
no
range?
longer hard counter. Yep, I figured that out last week. You
oh
can
my
no
lord.
longer hard counter with by.
I haven't
like,
been running into
it's
enough Angelas to
possible.
test.
Like, it's possible if you do it as she's starting the charge, but if she has her momentum like going at all, you cannot stop it.
Yeah, it's
No more
Yeah,
no more
it's
boops. No more
impossible.
boops, huh? Okay. Interesting.
I have one more question
Oh, yeah,
from the
bro.
chat.
Can you?
for
What
all
if
of
you? What if you like land from above her, like kind of like away from her spear hitbox? You could still
If
dunk
it's like
her
a
like
grab,
that, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
If
Okay.
it's like
Oh.
if it's like a head-to-head stun, it doesn't work. But you can still air grab her or get
Yeah.
her like as she's starting the animation.
Right. Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I guess
no.
I guess that's a
was
tip for
about
Hulk
say,
players to like
in
look
the
for the
beginning, there's,
exiles to
like,
stop
a,
that more than
small-
the jumps now.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I was about to say in the beginning there is like a small opening and just like air grabbing her before she just charges. Also, I'm not gonna like you know what was so annoying basically from back then was when Thor's dash was able to like collide with Monster Hulk's jump and cancel it.
I think
Oh,
it
yeah,
that
does.
I
shit-
remember.
Can
Yeah.
you not still do that for Monster Hulk? I think you can. No.
No, you can.
I think they stopped it. Yeah, they fixed it.
You can.
They fixed it.
It's-
No.
Okay.
But they'll like drag you in the air and then you can't jump at all.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was the bad
Yeah.
part.
Yes. Yes.
No. I fucking hate Bucky's punch. That shit gets me so mad when he's like, when I'm jumping away, I see
It's very easy to get rage baited as a Hulk player. I'm not gonna lie, which is
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
super
obviously,
funny.
bro.
Easy.
Dude, every character in the game rage baits Hulk, which is hilarious because he's the
something,
character
yeah.
that
Yes.
gets angry.
I'm
Yes.
Another thing, why does he have 750
Sorry
HP?
Sorry to cut everyone off. I'm just gonna get one more question before Flounder has to go. It's a really quick one from the chat. Are
Yes.
any of you guys still playing Hulk if they remove the pseudo bug of a B hop?
Oh no, I'm gone.
I was talking to Skrilla about this the other day. I think I'm the only Hulk creator that doesn't even have the B-hop tech binded. My scroll wheel on my mouse is broken.
Oh,
Okay, yeah, that's-
I B-hop with
noticed
only
that.
spacebar.
Oh.
That's pretty
Oh,
impressive.
shit.
Well, that's impressive, especially for people because a lot of people always ask like, "Oh, it's impossible to do it on console because like you need a scroll wheel." And then I'm always
Oh,
trying to tell them
yeah.
there's a
Oh,
lot
exactly.
there's a lot of console Hulk players that can
It's-
B-hop and also even though you're a PC player, like the fact that you're doing it with spacebar, that is basically replicating how
That
you
is-
do it on
that is
console.
insane.
It is
So-
so hard to do it on controller. I do it, but like it's hard, bro. I'm gonna be honest. Like
Yeah,
I did today. I did
Very
today.
impressive. Oh, you did it?
Oh,
You've
yeah,
been
I
playing on a
started
controller?
video.
Yeah, I was on but I'm on a Steam controller, so it's different.
Oh, okay, okay.
Oh, I see. You know,
Yeah, there
you
could be
know,
something
I'm
with like
not
the
gonna
refresh
lie.
rate on consoles maybe that make it harder too, potentially. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not gonna lie. I will say this though. Like, B-hopping in Hulk's ult really saves like your time in getting kills because like without it, it's you can still get kills obviously, but it's way harder without the B-hops.
Yeah, I do think the ultimate B-hopping specifically would be what I would miss the most if they removed it.
Oh yeah,
I think
same
the
here.
other stuff
Same here.
is helpful and very, very like can be very useful in certain scenarios, but I find that like I'm bunny hopping most in the ultimate as opposed to anything else. Just because
Right.
like sometimes you have to be mobile, otherwise you're just gonna get insta shredded by like everyone, obviously, since you're a huge
the
hitbox.
headshot
So
damage, the headshot
being able to
multiplier.
reposition
makes
quickly
sense.
is
The
like
headshot
sometimes
multiplier is
necessary
crazy.
versus
So in
certain team
conclusion,
comps.
the rest of you would tough it out. Xotaic piecing out. He's going back to aiming. he's gonna go farm hella clips in the range.
No. He's playing. No. He's just gonna be playing Doomfist. Playing Doomfist.
I used to
I'm
be
just-
a hitscan player, so
I'm just
Pretty
waiting for
good.
Nightcrawler
good.
support to come out. I want Nightcrawler support. I want him to have a teleport, like saving ability, like Lifeweaver's grip, and then that's gonna be my new one trick.
That-
Oh,
yeah.
wait, no. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I have been anticipating for Juggernaut to be in the game. He would. No, I would get into champion. I would get into champion without Lord farming.
Juggernaut would be.
That's
sick.
who I need in the game.
That'd be so tough, yeah.
I want all the Spider-Man villains too. I think everyone loves the Spider-Man
Same here.
villains.
So
Yes,
Every
many
Spider-Man
characters.
villain
Yes.
would be fire. Every
We need
single
more
one.
villains.
We could go
We
on.
barely have any
That's the
villains in the game,
beautiful
by the
thing
way.
about it being a Marvel game. We could go on
Yes.
and on and on. Like there's so much
Oh, yeah,
potential.
of
Everything
course.
could happen.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
I'm honestly really not trying to cut anyone off. I thank you guys so much for being on. This has been really fun for me.
No problem, man. Of course.
this-
I'm going back to bed after this.
Yeah.
Really appreciate
This was
all of
fantastic.
you
I'm
guys.
glad you invited us, man. This was
I'm
very,
I'm
very
glad
cool.
Really,
you
thank you
guys
so
got
much,
back
bro.
to us. This is, it was a little rough. This is my first time and Sentry's first time, I believe, doing anything like this. Hoping to do lots more in the future. I really appreciate
Yeah.
you guys being on the first episode, like more than I can put into words. Thank you guys so much. I really hope we got to ask the majority of the questions that people were looking out for, and I hope I asked everyone enough questions to be satisfied. And thank you guys so much. I'm just gonna wrap it up right about now, just so that Flounder can get to what he needs to do, and I'm sure everyone butt probably hurts from sitting on the chair all day.
Yes.
I know mine
Same
does.
I think we're pretty
here,
used
bro.
to
I
it.
was sitting in my bed the whole
guys.
time.
Thank you guys once again for coming in. I really appreciate this being our first podcast. I could not have asked for a better a podcast with all creators. You guys really made my day. I really think this is an actual inspiring thing that the community needs. And I love you guys as Hulk creators. I love you guys for playing Hulk, the big green gamma guy. Thank you guys. Once again. You guys are my goats. Thank you guys once again. It was really fun to do this, and yeah, thank you guys for offering to come on to the podcast. And yeah,
Thank you for having us.
All right.
And it was really nice to
Yes.
meet all you guys. Zucchini,
Yeah,
Xotaic,
yeah, no,
Greg.
no, it
Really
was-
nice to meet all you
Absolutely.
guys.
Love you guys.
Yeah, no. Honestly, it was really good meeting you guys, especially you, Xotaic and Greg. Y'all are so goated. And you, Flounders, of course.
Love you guys. Love you guys.
Thank you.
I
guys.
love you guys so much.
Have a
bro.
great
I'm
night, everyone.
tired. I
Have
gotta
a
go
great
to
night,
bed.
everyone. Thank you guys so much for
See you
coming.
soon.
Love you. Bye. Bye.
All right,
Bye.
bye. Bye. Bye.